The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Push the button! Can you hear me?
No! Shut up!
We're so excited to be back.
Rabid radio retards.
Wow, we're dummies. We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
We've been known to get our faces in the news. We're perverts. Stupid. We stank.
We just love doing radio.
This is a weird show.
No one puts asses in the seat like Greg and Tony.
Opie,
I love the hitting and the fighting.
Anthony,
I'm a terrorist looking for other terrorists.
James,
I'm a speechless, worthless nothing. We all know that. I love women. I'm a slump fat pig.
and a crew of misfits.
Hurricane Ben!
Ben looks like a tall baby. His hair like Chucky.
Martini Steve!
Steve is a piece of garbage. Perfectly enunciating boob that we pay him out to be.
Right.
E-Rock!
Oh, please, going through a car wash with his mouth open. I bring nothing to the table. I don't care. Shut up.
No. What's wrong, Eric?
My crotch is burning so bad. Sit down and put on your laughing hats. Just relax. Here comes the funny.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony.
Shut up!
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's.
I was into a little more palaver, but wanted just a tad more palaver. Never have enough palaver. What the hell did we figure out palaver meant? But enough of this chit-chat?
Yeah, chit-chat.
Enough of these hijinks?
Enough of these shenanigans. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. I want to say hi to the 73 million men that are listening to this program right now.
In New York?
73 million.
Opie, in New York alone.
Oh, only in New York?
Yes.
So the numbers for the entire country in Canada has got to be, I don't know, I would have to say 250 million men listening to the show. Holy S.
Well, the ratings came out yesterday, and big story in radio, and it's in all the papers. And for the most part, they get it pretty accurately. We've been praised, Opie, in the papers. It's nice. It's our little vindication, seeing the local New York papers here, because the ratings came out for New York, giving us high marks.
High water marks.
Good.
Whatever that means.
Bringing the station back from it's the dismal ratings book of David Lee Roth, and doing the job we were brought on to do, which is what we have always done in our career. But then you find a paper like the Star-Ledger in New Jersey. Oh, boy.
Well,
back to journalism school, guys.
Can I give the highlights from, like, the real papers, the New York Daily News and the New York Post? I can't believe I'm calling them the real papers.
I know.
But when you read something like the Star-Ledger, then you realize, I guess, the New York Post and the New York Daily News is the real papers.
Well, at least
it gets even worse than those two papers.
At least their radio reporters kind of got it right. They got their info right.
I just want to give the highlight. Bad Boys Opie and Anthony are on a roll now that they are back from exile. Free FM's 92.3 in New York City. The wake-up audience is up 60%.
Thank you.
In the ratings. And that includes one disastrous month of David Lee Roth still in there, by the way.
Yeah, we still got to remember we have one third of our ratings.
Right, and then you got
David Lee Roth.
Then you got a quote in the New York Post that says, "We got to get rid of his effing numbers," said an unbleeped Anthony Cumia on the XM satellite radio portion of the O&A show.
I like where
they were when yesterday's ratings were released.
Yeah.
So there you go. The New York Post printing that we went up 60% in the ratings.
And once we get rid of his dismal last month,
then it's going to be really, really good for everybody.
Well, that type of profanity isn't going to help.
Well, I was excited, Jimmy.
And then the New York Daily News, I think they gave us part of the headline as far as the ratings wrap up.
Yes, I think they did. I'm not sure.
There's a picture of you and I and a picture of another jock that works for another station that I've never heard of before, by the way. And the headline reads, "Light and Lewd."
I think we're lewd.
You think we're lewd?
I think we're lewd.
Light and Lewd leads City Radio in latest ratings. And it talks about how we did very, very well, but that it's still very early in the game. And then they have Les Hollander, one of the Flying Hollander brothers.
Why are they flying?
Because when we went to dinner, that's, someone that hates him in Chicago calls them the Flying Hollander brothers, like a journalist or something.
Flying Hollander brothers.
And I think that's hilarious. And now we have to call them the Flying Hollander brothers.
Exact.
And it says, Les Hollander is quoted as saying, the growth has been encouraging. Way to commit, Les.
Well, that's a safe statement
Way
if
to
I've
commit.
ever heard one. Jesus.
Well, we're not unhappy.
You don't expect corporate guys to actually commit to anything.
No.
So I guess that's a compliment. The growth has been encouraging.
Encouraging.
Said Senior Vice President Les Hollander. We're moving in the right direction, he added. So and they talk about how we did very, very well in the ratings as well. Right. And then we get to the Star Ledger, and that's where Anthony was at. I'm sorry.
Star Ledger. You got to go back to journalism school and check your facts and do everything. This makes no sense. It's radio. It says, clearly all is forgiven. That's nice. Years after the scandal and the protests, and the months after they abandoned the confines of terrestrial radio for the no-holds-barred of satellite, today it's like Opie and Anthony never even left. Really. Yesterday's release of the spring ratings book verified the triumphant return of Shock Jocks to the airwaves with a 3.4 share of listeners 1834 at WFNY 92.3 Free FM between the hours of 6 and 10 a.m. The same share they received while at WNEW before the sex in St. Patrick's Cathedral stunt led to their cancellation in their afternoon show in August of 2002.
Correct.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
No.
I believe 1834, we had higher than a 3.4.
Who knows?
I think we did.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but I think we did. But the next thing I know isn't right because it can't be. I appreciate it, Star Ledger. We all appreciate it because now
Steven Snyder is a dummy.
Now we can lie about our numbers like every other jock, and it's backed up in a publication.
Could our O&A Pest write Steven Snyder and just call him a dummy?
Send him, like, math problems from a second-grade math book.
Yeah, exactly. And see if he could start with that math.
Among only men in that demographic, 1834, the duo pulled a whopping 4.8 share, which amounts to a listening audience of some 73 million men.
73 million men.
These are Howie numbers they're pulling out.
Wait. People are going to get confused.
Yeah.
And think Howie numbers means Howard was talking to 73 million men.
No, Howie numbers means that he inflates whatever numbers are actually listening by, I don't know, 10, 100,
yeah, we call it Howie math.
Called the Howie math. No one's getting 73 million men listening to you. Is anyone in this world broadcasting to 73 million men?
No.
I say no.
No.
Rush.
No.
Hannity.
No.
No. Where did he pull that number out of?
But that's for 73 million men in
New York.
In the New York area.
There aren't 73 million people in New York. I think there are 73 million rats in New York.
Isn't there like 16 million people in the New York area?
I don't,
somewhere around there? No? Bueller? Anyone?
How many people in New York? In our listening range? It's got to be about that.
Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Well, he's saying we're talking to 73 million men. Maybe they live underground. I don't know.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, though. I mean, it really looks good.
Wow. That's every man.
Yeah.
From here to Vegas, including mole people and Canadians.
By the way, if you walk past this radio station's transmitter, you can cook a turkey as you walk past it with the microwaves flying off of it for us to transmit to 73 million men.
Yes. We have half of London in Africa.
What the hell was this guy thinking?
And then we're trying to figure out...
Did anyone proofread this?
And then we're trying to figure out what that number really is. Is it supposed to be 7.3 million?
I don't even think it could be 7.3.
I read the original. It was actually 73 billion.
And then someone said, you ass, it can't possibly be 73 billion.
Steven Snyder from the Star Ledger, you are stupid.
You're adult.
You are dumb.
I like the mistakes this guy makes. Though.
I do like the mistakes he makes.
Makes us look good.
It looks really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, if the station can turn this number around and actually get some of the advertisers to believe it, forget it. One commercial, $6 million.
It would have to
we
be.
get like Super Bowl money.
And comic friend Jim Norton has betted 480,000 women.
That could be true.
Certainly couldn't.
Oh, no. Half of them were men.
That's not true at all.
Dressed as women.
Doesn't count if they're
okay.
in a brassiere.
And then the article talks about how we added about, 10 stations yesterday.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 20 commercial radio stations. And,
Yes.
of course, we're also broadcasting on the XM Nation right now. And then Robert Eatman, our agent, is talking about how the ratings were nothing short of vindication for the duo, and that judging by inquiries made over recent weeks, their show will move into even more markets, at least 40, he said, by year's end.
At least 40. Doubling them by year's end.
People were waiting for the numbers, and now here's the proof. Eatman said, what's even more remarkable is that they are now competing in the morning rather than the afternoon, which is a much more difficult playing field.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's the report out of the Star-Ledger. Headlines all over the place for the Opie and Anthony show today.
Very good.
And the boys here very, very happy. Very happy.
Yeah. That's
and,
nice.
So far, so good for the show.
Look how happy we are that we haven't started trouble with the station we work at in 2 months. Everyone's happy with us. Hey, this is great. How long have you been here? Oh, 2 months. Wait for a year to go by.
Yeah, but I was hanging out with Tom Chiusano and Mark Chernoff in their office yesterday, just going over the ratings and stuff. And they were just pretty much telling me how much of an ass David Lee Roth was.
Yeah.
And I told them, who knew that you and I would be looked at as good guys?
Yeah.
But he screwed it up so bad that we're like, it's a privilege to have us here. They're saying.
We thank David Lee Roth.
Yeah. He set us up really nice.
It really makes us look good. Even the way we handle things behind the scenes and business-wise and meetings and everything. He, allegedly, from what I hear, I wasn't involved in any of the meetings, but, from stories I hear, it was a nightmare. Just from the simplest thing, like, sitting down with a sponsor and having a civil meeting, wanting to advertise the show and being involved in what goes on in the advertising was just like pulling teeth. And we come in, and we had this reputation of being very difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Which is silly.
Yeah.
I think it was because of our on-air persona. And then we come in, and everyone loves it. Oh, they actually come to meetings. They sit down. They don't bite people's faces off in the middle of a meeting and spit their noses out back at them. It's great.
Hey, Stephen from Bayshore writes, I think the Star-Ledger is counting every man who ever lived in New York.
Maybe that's it.
And then, where's the other one that was pretty good? Oh, okay, someone did the math for us. Chris in Orlando, Florida. The population of the USA is about 298 million people. 73 million men is about 24.5% of the entire population of the country. Congratulations, boys.
So we have like a 25 share in the country?
Yeah, something like that. And then Ralph writes, hey, guys, I had to listen to Howard say for a year that commercial radio was dead. Well, he was wrong. Howard Stern is dead. It's over. It's not 1995 anymore.
It's not.
So, well, thank you. Thank you to the New York audience for giving us some fine ratings. I mean, it's still very early.
It's only 2 months in.
It's still very, very early on in the game. But,
that's why it's encouraging.
But so far, so good. And you break down some of these ratings, and we're in the top 5 of many, many categories already.
Yeah. 2 months. That's nice.
All
keep
right.
rolling along.
All right, moving on.
I am so distracted by this fat Nick sentencing. I want to set something on fire.
I saw the cover of the New York papers here today, and I knew. I looked and said to everyone, I go, Jimmy's going to lose his mind on this one.
You want to explain for the rest of the country, because it is a localized story.
Absolutely.
But I think it went all over the country for the most part, but just in case.
For the rest of the country, here in New York, we are a bunch of dopes. There's a guy named Nick. They call him Fat Nick, and he's an Italian guy, I think, from Brooklyn.
Hey, yeah.
And one night, him and his friends are out, and there's 3 black guys in Howard Beach. They're there to steal a car. Fat Nick and his friends are making eye contact as they drive by. The guys are out. They all know what they're up to. The black guys know what they're doing. The white guys, they're a problem.
Yeah.
So Nick and his friends come back with a bat. Nick jumps out, And they start to fight. They chase the guys out of the neighborhood. And he hits one of the guys, Glenn Moore, with the bat.
While using racial epithets.
Yes, he had the nerve to actually say naughty things about the young man's race.
As he's beating him with a bat.
Definitely a bad thing to do, to hit a guy with a bat. But the guy admitted he was there to steal a car with his friends. Nick and his friends knew what they were doing in the neighborhood. They knew what they were doing. For instance, if you're a white guy, you go to Harlem to buy drugs, and you dare to do something illegal, and you get your ass beat, no one's feeling bad for you.
No one's feeling bad for you. They're not going to call it a hate crime.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But, of course, the dummies and the groveling prosecutor in the city, they arrest this guy, Nick. And, he should have got some kind of jail time for hitting a guy with a bat.
Hitting the guy with a bat. He got more time for the words that were coming out of his mouth than the bat he was wielding.
But the groveling racial obsession we have in this city, it is mind-boggling. He gets 15 years.
Yeah.
And I like the fact Steve Dunleavy in the Post wrote a pretty good article.
Yeah, you read that?
Yeah.
Because he mentions the other case on April 1st.
The problem is, look, race crimes are not covered the same in the city because white people are terrified, guilty idiots. There was a case, Steve Dunleavy said, but if it's a race hate crime, what about John Heeman, 20, New York University student? On April 1, he's on 125th Street in Harlem. A wolf pack of minority kids chased him into traffic screaming, "Get Whitey, get the white boy." Mercedes knocked him down, and the wolf pack laughed as his life ebbed away. He was killed by a passing car because these black kids chased him into the street saying, "Get the white boy." No authority said it was not a hate crime. The intent was larceny and not race bias. So they weren't even charged with a race crime. It's not in the paper.
No.
I'm reading the Daily News. There's a guy named Michael Daly. I can't read the whole article. It could be the most. I can't even think of the words to describe.
It's more than infuriating.
What a wormy liberal. This guy. What a groveling superiority white guy. He's the worst white guy I've ever seen in my life. I can't read it all, but this is the wording, the soft language used. Glenn Moore has at times played a bit part in the city's troubles, as he does not dispute he was up to no good the night Nick beat him with a baseball bat while uttering a racial epithet. But when he stepped up to speak at the Salem sentencing yesterday, Moore proved he also harbors a small yet precious piece of our city's greatness.
This is a car thief thug.
Listen to this white, guilt-ridden idiot. At the same time, Moore taught an important lesson to those of us who tend to divide the world into good guys and bad guys. This ass is making this guy, because Glenn Moore kind of spoke at...
he gave a victim's, what do they call that?
Well, can I read what Glenn Moore said?
Yeah, and folks, pull over, because the words of wisdom out of Glenn Moore's mouth, I mean, it's enough to make you cry. I mean,
this is from
kid.
Get a tissue.
This is from Glenn Moore, who admitted
Victim's impact statement.
Yeah.
This is from Glenn Moore, who admitted that he was there on that June night. June night.
Why are the Jews? Why are you bringing the Jews into it, Opie?
He's on that June night to control the media.
He openly admitted that he was there to steal cars.
Yeah.
Specifically expensive cars, right? Wow. Okay. This is what he had to say at the sentencing yesterday. Glenn Moore. Although at first I was extremely bitter, I now have a different state of mind. This situation has been a bad experience. However, it has helped me to look at my life, and I appreciate it more every day. I could easily not have been here because of your stupidness. You need to look at your actions and see the ignorance in it. I just hope one day you could take full responsibility for your actions and learn from them.
If you're not dropping a tear right now, I don't know what you call yourself as a human being. There's a part here, he also said...
How Nick didn't grab the judge's gavel and start pounding him in his pudding head again.
Oh, listen to what else he said. Your actions of that night caused me to initially feel anger and uncomfortable around those of the opposite race, Moore said.
The opposite race.
That's what he said.
That right there speaks volumes.
Did Nick chasing you with the bat really make you feel uncomfortable around the opposite race?
Yeah.
You didn't feel uncomfortable being in the whitest neighborhood in the country to steal a car.
To steal cars.
You jackass.
Why is everyone forgetting he's a car thief thug?
Because we are just... You know what it is? Most white people, I hate to say it, feel better than black people. That's why this Michael Daly is just so touched by the emotions of this idiot.
Yeah.
Look at him behaving like one of us. That's what he's basically saying about Glenn Moore. Look at him behaving like a white guy, having empathy, having a little bit of anger, just like a white guy would.
There's more internal racism in people like him with his writings than there is in some stupid idiot like Nick, like Fat Nick, who's another dolt.
You know, did you read on?
I have
the Michael Daly. So
he's the most groveling white guy I've ever read.
Yeah,
I'm 38 tomorrow.
This is Michael Daly commenting. Then came a glint of what makes our city great, of what allows people of every race and nationality to live together here more peacefully than not. And this is what Moore said now. However, because I'm not an ignorant person such as you, I today have overcome those mixed emotions.
Have you?
And then it goes back to Michael Daly in his column. Moore was saying that he was not going to let some knucklehead racist and hater make him a racist and a hater.
Yeah.
He had even managed to distill some good from the bad.
So you're going to steal from black neighborhoods now also? Is that what he's going to do?
Have you ever read more childlike praise for an adult? And then he said thank you when a white lady handed him a candy.
Yeah.
Did
and the guy's
really?
making him out to be Maya Angelou.
And what else did he do? Did he smile when the old southern white gentleman handed him a Jubilee or a lemonade? Oh, my God. What groveling, childlike praise.
All right, here is what you can only hope for.
God.
You can only hope that this idiot goes out, tries to steal another car, and gets more than a bat. Because, I don't know. The guy's a thug. He's a thug. Every thug. You ever see the worst
thug,
criminal?
by the way.
Yeah, the worst criminals ever. When they get in court and unfurl their little piece of paper and put their jacket on and start reading, of course they look like, nice guys, wise people. Some of the stuff is written by their lawyers, and it's just not the way it is. They get back out on the street, and they're back out on the street.
This Michael Daly is a guy who is terrified of black people. He's terrified of them. He'll see black guys, and this guy will immediately think they're criminals.
Yeah.
You can tell when somebody has such a soft, a completely unequal way of addressing black people. It's not a respect thing. It's a terror of the entire race.
Right.
And like, hey, look, I'm the white guy that gets it. I'm the white guy that likes you. Like if there's a race riot, they're going to go, that guy writes good stuff. Don't hurt him and his family. That's what that's about. And he actually said at the end of Glenn Moore's statement, his next and last words were not ones of racism. In answer to racism, hate in response to hate, he instead ended by voicing a single wish. Did he voice a single wish, Michael? What did he wish for? More white people like you in the world? More white people who just hug blacks and pat their heads because they're not equal? Is that what they wish for?
What did he wish for?
I think Oprah already read it. It actually got me a little choked up. I don't know if I can get through it.
Yeah.
I sympathize with your ignorance, and I just hope that one day you can take full responsibility for your actions and learn from them. That's all I ask for. I'm done. Which is really words of wisdom. I hope you learned. Well, that more, kid.
That'll teach you.
Yeah.
You know that Fat Nick goes out with a Hispanic?
It's
so that kind of messes up that whole racist thing.
How dumb we are in this city.
And he's like a dopey wigger. Drives around with hip-hop music and gold chains and a big Escalade. It's like...
But they ignored all that in the case. All right, we got to take a break. We're already late. We got lots to do today. We got... is it true Joe McHale is here from The Soup?
Yes.
He's sitting in all day. That's very, very cool. We like this guy. We met him for the first time a couple weeks ago on the phone.
On the phone. I watch the show all the time.
Yeah, we love the guy. He's coming in to do the show with us today. Dennis Leary's calling in at 7:30. And Pat from Menaki, he's going to attempt to eat 50 eggs in 30 minutes to win $1,000 courtesy of Clerks 2.
So Pat's here too, huh?
Is Pat here?
Yes.
Of course he is. It's very prompt, Pat.
Michael Daly ruined my day.
Did he?
Ruined my day.
What we should do is...
Smile, Jimmy. Your birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Jimmy's birthday tomorrow. What we should do is get Pat eating the eggs starting at 7 o'clock. How's that sound?
All right.
And then because we want to go the whole half hour while he's eating.
Yes, we do.
So 7 o'clock, Pat from Menaki attempts to eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in 30 minutes. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Thank you for calling Career Match. Please state your qualifications after the tone, and our computer database will provide you with an appropriate career choice.
Well, I play pinball. I'm up to level 46 in EverQuest, if that's part of my resume stuffer. And I can drink beer and throw things at people.
I could review video games.
Thank you. Just a moment while our database computes your career path. Our computer shows that your career choice should be douchebag talk show host. Thank you for calling Career Match.
I'm scared.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading obviously very quickly. We're talking to 73 million men in the New York area alone.
Well, that's as per
the New Jersey Star Ledger.
Star Ledger. Great reporting over there.
And we're getting some stats in. Total population of New York State, just under 19 million people.
Yeah. They're also reporting 8 people were slightly injured in Lebanon this past week. They're right on the numbers.
Hey,
asses.
Jim, what's this about? From Zanies.com.
You know,
You look very, very annoyed by this.
As a comic, this is the last thing you want to read.
I got the, I'm doing Zanies, I think the 27th or whatever, like next week sometime in Nashville, Tennessee. So every comedian website will put up your bio. And this is the bio that Zanies chose on Zanies.com to list for me. And it's just revolting. When Jim Norton takes the stage, people notice. And there's an exclamation point. When Jim Norton takes the stage, people notice! Unique to any other comedian, this babyface comic has branded his own style of comedy. His cutting-edge humor and dynamic presence quenches the audience's appetite for laughter. Does it? And reading this quenches the audience's appetite to get the douche chills.
Hey, you got to read the next line, even though it's not highlighted, because that is like so not you.
Jim touches on so many hysterically funny real life situations.
Real life, like things everyone can relate to.
Sure, like prostitution and my own loneliness. His rapid fire. This is what I love the most. There's the updated list of what I've been doing. His rapid fire style of comedy has gained him a spot on NBC's Friday night videos.
When was the last time that was even on? Come on.
I swear, this was before the hostages were taken in Iran. That show was on. You asses. That was the first TV show I did in like maybe 94, 95. Comedy Central's Stand Up. Caroline's Comedy. I never did Caroline's Comedy Show ever in my life. Louis Anderson's comedy special, which was called, I believe, Louis Anderson's Stand-Up Showcase on NBC. Which
you did that?
Probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Did you meet Louis?
I certainly did.
How was it?
Very nice.
What about the latest stuff?
Gee, I don't know.
Crowd
why would you
Lucky
mention
Louie on HBO
or The Tonight Show or Tough Crowd?
Right.
Why would you mention those? Mention Friday night videos. Oh, Zany.
And Louis Anderson's comedy special.
The special.
I loved you on the Texaco Star Theater.
God, how vague. That comedy special. And this is, and college and club circuit across the United States.
Wow, that's impressive.
He's a special comic.
That resume has hack written all over it.
Dude, this is the worst thing I've ever read.
What a hack would have written down, like stuff from the 80s. I almost said.
Rich Voss wishes he had this bio.
He's going to call me. How'd you get Friday night videos? Are they looking for people?
Right.
And this is the last one.
It brings it all together.
This kind of makes me feel better. Like, this at least ties it into a package that will get people into the room. He's a special comic that can tackle any issue from childhood to today's headlines. He will keep you on the edge of your seat. Really? As you're tempted to walk out?
Why didn't they mention your record for playing Asteroids? Bert from Philly wants to know.
Yeah, wasn't that when you were 10?
I really want to contact the club and find it. It's almost just laughable.
They did get it wrong.
Let's try to get him on the show today.
Because most of your material is childhood in today's headlines.
I'm tackling a headline from today's paper.
Yeah, folks. Wow. You're like CSI, ripped from the headlines.
Just tackling the headlines.
That is just awful. But I hear the shows are sold out or pretty close to sold out anyway.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm getting reports.
With a pitch like that?
I'm getting reports. Hey, we got to say hi to Joel McHale. He's been sitting here for 10 minutes.
Joel McHale.
From The Soup.
Yes. The Soup. Hysterical show. It's on E on Friday, right? Friday night?
Friday night starting at 10.
Because then it's rerun.
80 times.
Yeah. Halfway through it starts rerunning again.
Yeah, it's great. I play the game, or try to play the game and watch every episode.
Every episode?
Yeah.
You know what the best thing to do is? When you mistakenly set your TiVo or DVR to record all episodes of this show.
It's a nightmare.
And you get the same one 500 times.
Yeah.
And you
erasing everything else that you wanted to watch because you don't have any room left.
Erase Deadwood.
And Eve's so scared about it, people thinking it's a rerun, that they make everything a first run. So they're like, man, they'll think it's new.
It's gotta be.
And so I get complaints all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
I watched this one. I do that, though, too, because I'll DVR it.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch it and go, I'll watch another one. Oh, no, it's the same one.
There's 40 of them on here.
I saw the same. Maybe I'll do something different.
Oh, and the Lisa Loeb show's on here, too.
And they
great.
It's the Lisa Loeb show. I gave it a shot, too.
Did you?
Oh, you did?
The show or Lisa?
No.
She and I were on the Emmy screener that E sent out, the cover, and I was like, look at that. The chances of either of those people being nominated for an Emmy is just horrible. It's great. Hey, thank you for, I can't believe we're broadcasting to 73 million men.
73 million men.
I can't even tell you how many more people are listening than watching E.
Oh, it's 73 million.
It's incredible.
It's documented. For the love of God.
Just dudes.
Yeah. Hey, we got more heat tips. We should explain this to Joel.
Oh, what? Our hatred of the news?
Yeah, we're in the middle of a heat wave here in New York, Joel, and, you know, they got to keep us safe with their heat wave tips.
Now, we haven't heard these over the course of our entire life every year, and they haven't changed one bit.
People are dying.
But,
right?
Hey.
It
is serious. Now, Joel's brought it right back around now.
What other
very
than
serious.
Go inside?
Guess. Once you guess the heat wave tips there, Joel.
Wear shorts.
Wear shorts
That's
would be
good.
nice.
Drink water.
Oh,
that would be
Who would have thought of that?
They say fluids, though. They don't want to get specific with water. They say fluids. Drink fluids.
Might be seen as an endorsement.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not one that they haven't, wear a coat. That would be a mistake, right?
That would be a mistake, right?
You would think they would put that on, because if you wore one, you'd probably drop right dead. Right outside. So that's
you could sue the news for that.
The most important thing. Don't put your head in a pizza oven. I never hear that one used. And again, that one, too, would probably cause some kind of damage.
Don't jog in a snowsuit.
Yeah. Same thing.
That's what Martin
Don't
Lawrence
do
did.
it.
Right. So here's the latest heat wave tips for us here in New York City.
Some common sense tips that are worth repeating and reminding you about.
Common sense worth repeating. Isn't that kind
They're
of
not worth
If
repeating.
it's common sense, why do you need to repeat them?
We're out of news.
Thank you. Good night.
If you can't figure this stuff out, you should just die.
Yeah.
that are worth repeating and reminding you about. If possible, stay out of the sun. Always wear sunscreen. Make sure you dress in lightweight clothing and drink fluids even when you're not thirsty. Lisa Cabrera, Fox 5 News.
All right, some good advice.
Some good advice. Thank you. Thank you.
World War III has begun.
Yeah.
But we got our heat wave tips.
After you exhale, don't forget to breathe in again.
That's unbelievable.
Sucks.
Every day we got this. This isn't yesterday's. They got a whole new batch today, even though they did
new
this
batch
yesterday on the news.
They do it every day like we just don't know.
Lisa, when you say fluids, does that include battery acid? No. Battery acid's bad for
I'm
you.
glad you asked. You're right.
And she'd probably get tripped up. I'm not sure. Look, I don't want to commit to anything.
We're still getting reports in. We cannot verify the battery acid.
Yeah, we don't like going off half-cocked here at this news station, so we'll wait till we get the facts on battery acid and how refreshing it is in this heat. And speaking of the heat, let's go to our weatherman.
That's when the personality moment is. They all shuffle. Yeah, well, the battery acid is probably shuffle. No personality, no content. Personality, no personality, no personality.
Shuffle.
Bunch of douches.
We have a hatred of the news.
Yeah,
because it's not the news anymore.
No.
It's just this. It's an entertainment show that is disguised as what used to be the news. They try to scare you.
The video over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
hoping your attention will just not go away for a heartbeat.
You want to watch everything. Like, I've watched the same bombing run in Lebanon like 50 times. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I watched George Bush drop the S-bomb yesterday about 5-6 times.
What do they call it, though? They called
it colorful language. George Bush uses colorful language. You know what? If we use it, it's obscenity, and the color is green. It's money that has to be paid to the FCC if we used it. But the president used it, and they were like, the president used some colorful language yesterday.
He really is a down-home guy next to that Tony Blair.
Yeah. The stark contrast. There was, the G8 is meeting, so all the leaders get together and start to. I thought, by the way, that was the gaming thing. Yeah. Like when they introduce all the new video games. I was wondering, why are the leaders of the 8 nations worrying about Xbox 2? And
latest Grand Theft Auto 4 coming
But that's like G3 or G4. G8 is like really good games, I guess. The leaders all get together. And then
that would be more entertaining, the leaders of the video game companies.
I got you.
Deciding.
I got you.
Tony, if you get that one guy over there, a little Easter egg opens up, and you can drive in this black Camaro on that. Never mind on the game.
Look, I seem to have stolen a tank. You did. It's playing GTA.
I can drive right over these cop cars.
Wonderful, fantastic. Bush just cursing everywhere.
Yeah, but they just roll that news forever, and then you feel like I don't even know how to describe. Can't describe it anymore.
It's the fact that it's news, though. That the fact that the president used a bathroom word, and we're all like, "Ooh, did you hear it?"
The guy's from Texas.
Naughty.
He grew up, a cowboy, drinking. He's born again, but you don't think he uses that language all the time?
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
It's refreshing. It's the first bit of honesty that we see out of the guy. It's kind of nice.
I wish you would have dropped the N-bomb when Colin Powell was walking by. How great would that have been?
I don't think that would have been colorful language meant in a complete different context.
Especially if he was looking at his BlackBerry and watching like the Rangers lose, and he dropped it, and Powell walked by. He's like, not you.
Oh, God. That would have been a little more troubling
I would have voted for him again.
The S-bomb. They're just hanging out.
And you brought up a good point in the office. Tony Blair got to think he's nuts at this point.
Yeah, Tony Blair looked like, because they were talking about the situation.
Yeah,
in Israel.
We're not talking about the situation. We're just talking about the word, of course.
Yeah,
with the actual. Yeah,
but what they were talking about was Israel, Lebanon, Hezbollah, Hamas, the whole situation over there blowing up. The beginning of World War III, and. All they concentrate on is the fact that George Bush dropped the S-bomb.
Yeah.
And Blair is just sitting there trying, and you just know he's like, this damn hillbilly. He seemed disgusted to even have to talk to him. Because Bush is like kicking back in his chair. He's slouched. He's got like one arm over the back of his chair. He can't stop eating. He's just eating. And he's like, Hezbollah. And Blair's like, oh, my word. Cretin. And then he slowly reached over and shut the microphone off.
Yeah, because he didn't know the mic was on.
Oh, dear, this is on. He couldn't.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good one. We've just made the highlight reel.
I believe we got their conversation here that wasn't supposed to be broadcast.
Yeah.
What about Kobe? That's all right. I don't like the sequence. Look, his attitude is every ceasefire and everything is happening, but... Yeah, no, I think the only thing I think is really difficult is we can't stop this unless you get international business agreed. I think what you guys are talking about is it's the same. I'm perfectly happy to try and see what
It's hard to hear, unfortunately.
Yeah.
God, is nobody paying? How did they went for 40 minutes without anybody catching that, though. I could see if it was like 30 seconds.
But who takes Tony?
It's like the Abscam tape.
Who takes Tony Blair seriously? Because his delivery is just too nice and
it's very sweet.
It's very
nice.
Yes. I know. Hezbollah is just—it's so rude of them to be lobbing missiles everywhere.
Missiles coming in when it's tea time.
Really loud.
Goodness.
And explode.
Let's see if it gets better here.
It gets all dirty. I specifically told our people at Abu Ghraib, don't step on the genitals of the prisoners.
But you need that done quickly. Otherwise, this will spiral.
I think Connie's going to go very soon.
Right, well, that's all that matters. But if you see, it'll take some time to get that together.
Yeah.
But at least it gives people
It's a process, I agree.
Of which you...
I told her your offer, too.
Well, it's only if it's, she's going to... Or if she needs the ground prepared, as it were. Because obviously if she goes out, she's got to succeed at work, whereas I can go out and just...
See, the irony is that what they need to do is get Syria to get Hezbollah to stop doing
Hold that.
Why?
Because I think this is all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, what does he think? He thinks if Lebanon turns out fine, if you get a solution in Israel, Palestine, Iraq goes in the right way.
Yeah, he's through.
He's had it. And that's what this whole thing's about.
I can barely hear it.
Yeah,
he already dropped it.
He dropped it.
But he's eating. He's got his mouth full.
Tony Blair sounds like an exchange student, and he's like your grandpa that you introduced the exchange student to.
Yeah.
So the situation's very volatile. Maybe a Condi could go over.
Yeah, I think send her over there, take care of that. Goddamn, because, that Hezbollah is a bunch of suckers, and Iran and Syria, those mother are just going to get a big up the if they keep it up, because I can't take no more of it. These guys are a bunch of holes.
I'm going to grab a crumpet. I'll be right back.
Could you pass the butter?
My word.
Just chewing and cursing. And
He's got a mouthful, and he's just cursing.
No, I like him now.
Yeah, I think I like him a little better, too. He's a little more real.
God damn it, they're all just a bunch of sand. Anyway, I mean,
you should try to keep it down for just a moment.
Let me reach over and shut off this thing called a microphone, you bloody idiot.
What do you mean? Mind if I turn my back? I'll listen to what you're saying.
I mean, we kicked your ass back a couple 100 years ago, you bunch of mother.
We fixed you up good.
Fixed you up.
Oh, man.
What was it? Like, I don't know, 10 or 11 colonies? Something like that. I don't know how many there were.
I like
stars on the flag.
They're the most powerful guys in the world, and it's like they're talking about fixing an air conditioner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they Opie brought that up in the office. He said, when they're behind that podium giving the speech, everything's official, and it's like
they're like robots.
Is Condoleezza Rice going to be sent over to the region? Well, we haven't made any plans for that yet. We're seeing what happened, and then they just diffuse the question. But he's just sitting there, and it's like, maybe Condoleezza Rice go, yeah, we're thinking to send her over there.
Yeah. I'm on Orbitz trying to get a hotel for right now. But you know any good places to stay?
Because one place was a hole, and I won't stay there again. That place was... no continental breakfast. I occasionally like a bagel.
Tiny. The pictures are nice, but the rooms are tiny. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of which, where's that story of the family that's going over there for a vacation?
Well, that's dedication.
Did we talk about this on the air or just in the office? We were thinking about doing this bit where we were going to try to book a trip to the Middle East.
See if you can do it now.
See if we could possibly do it if they would take our
fly into Beirut.
That's awesome.
We were going to do it as a bit, and we never got to it yesterday. And then we read in the paper that this family, they booked a trip, and they refused to cancel the trip. Because it's their summer vacation.
And their parents are yelling at them.
Where's that story?
It's a young
Do we
couple.
have it yet?
See the Holy Land.
Yeah. Getting holier by the day.
That's awesome.
As we find the story, Stephen Jersey, Philly paper calls his language salty.
Salty. That's
salty,
good.
Yes.
We call it a violation, obscene, expensive.
We call it a $350,000 fine.
$350,000 fine.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
So technically, if they aired it unedited on the news, would the news be fined?
Yeah, they're working on that. The news is pretty exempt.
Did this go out?
No,
Yeah,
but it was on tape.
Okay.
The websites, though, like CNN's websites and the newspapers even printed it. I think the Post printed it in its entirety, all 4 letters. Ooh.
Did they?
Yeah. Wow. But if we said it on the air here and it went through, we could be fined $350,000.
Really?
Yet the president says it, and it's just colorful, salty. I think it proves that it is the norm. The whole thing with FCC violations is what you're saying. Is it offensive to the general population you're broadcasting to? Because it's a very gray area, the FCC rules. So they have to base it on the area you live in and you're broadcasting in, and whether it offends the general populace of that area. If the president is using the word, doesn't that pretty much make it acceptable? Isn't that really basically accepted in this country as language, as a way to express yourself? But if we said it, boom, 350 large, my friend. By the way, is the exact number of listeners we have as of today. 350 million.
Do we have that story of the family that's going over there? What paper was it in? Do you remember it?
I believe it was the Post Daily News Newsday. I have no idea which New York paper.
They on the news channels, they get like, on the phone we have a couple from Canada.
Yeah.
We have them here now.
Yeah.
And then they have nothing. They're like, so what's it like? We haven't left the hotel room.
We don't know. Trying to leave.
We hear some booms.
Don't know.
It's hot.
It's very hot.
In fact, I have some tips for you to stay cool.
For drinking fluids and staying out of the sun.
Hey, why don't we take a break? We'll find that story. We got Joel McHale from The Soup in studio all morning. Gotta check out The Soup. It's on all weekend long. Friday nights at 10.
Friday nights at 10, you get the new one.
I didn't even know that. I just watched it Saturday morning, Sunday morning.
It's such a great, for our audience especially, it's such a great, sarcastic picking apart of popular culture.
There's not enough
TV shows that are on, the horrid talk shows that are just wonderful.
Yeah.
And you guys and your crew do a great job.
Yeah, we're in the same genre, I'm telling you right now. We goof on it, on everything.
There's 90% of television's bad, so it needs to be, everyone needs to go.
And that's the good stuff, right?
Pat from Menaki in studio, sitting behind Anthony.
Hi, guys.
He's going to win $1,000 today if he could eat, 50 hard-boiled eggs in 30 minutes.
At least 50.
He's a professional eater. Could you tell? He does the Nathan's hot dog thing every year, and what'd you come in?
10th place out of 20. Gotta put it in perspective.
Okay.
I finally watched that on ESPN. You were taking your time eating those hot dogs.
Yeah.
Those other guys to enjoy himself and get a free meal.
Yeah.
More importantly, how did you stay cool?
Yes.
I didn't. I was rather overheating.
Light clothing and water.
Yes.
Anthony, a bunch of the top guys, obviously, they eat it like it's a wood chipper.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Pat just chewing away.
Oh, these are tasty.
Right? It's just
looking around, spending 10 minutes looking for mustard.
Just enjoying
40
himself.
bites.
All right, so...
a professional eater also translates into molested.
Bring in the eggs.
There, Jim.
Cover those memories.
Bring in the eggs. The $1,000 is courtesy of Clerks 2, written and directed by Kevin Smith. It's what the film critics are calling the funniest movie since Wedding Crashers, Everywhere Friday. And the gang from the movie, they're coming in tomorrow, Kevin Smith. At least Kevin Smith, maybe some of the other guys.
Oh, cool.
So that's very cool. We'll get into the Pat from Menaki thing next. How's that sound?
All right.
And other things.
Kevin Smith my resume when...
Yeah.
Great.
Wouldn't you love to be in one of his movies?
And I did Friday Night Videos as well, so that'd be great.
Oh, you stand up?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I was 8 when that show was on.
You could claim it, though. Yeah, he was 8 when it was on there.
I remember getting excited for Friday Night Videos because we didn't have MTV.
That's right on your
The Wild Boys, Duran Duran's new song is on.
When I interviewed, they actually interviewed me, and they didn't use my interview. I was so pissed off, because I actually gave a good interview, and they used all the other two cheesesteak comics.
Just write it on your resume. Who's going to check it?
Yeah. At least you guys had that. We had, like, Don Kirshner's rock concert. Tonight, it's Casey and the Sunshine Band. You'd be like, could have been someone cool, like,
Captain
Sabbath or...
and Tennille.
Yeah, the Captain and Tennille, a duo that is dynamic and blowing... All right. Is it...
Hey, really fast, let's go to Spoon in Houston. Spoon, what's up?
What's going on, boys?
Hey.
I want to give Joel props on a line he had about the Queer Eye show. One of them was drunk, or seemed drunk.
Yes.
And he said he got caught by a cop driving on the way home and blew a 5-0.
That joke was very carefully worded.
Wow, yes.
Hey, you got it through, though.
You wouldn't believe how many times that went upstairs to the executive.
No, we can believe it.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we take a break?
Funny.
It's very funny, man. It's the One virus spreading across America.
Opie and Anthony Show. The empire is spreading.
Conquerors, you bastards!
Opie and Anthony! The Opie and Anthony Show.
Nice. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. We must say hi to Cleveland this morning.
Hey, Cleveland.
Cleveland, yes, the O&A traveling virus is coming your way. We're going to be in town, September 23rd at Tower Theater in Cleveland. The lineup so far, Jim Norton, Rich Voss, Bob Kelly, Bill Burr, and Patrice O'Neill. Reserve tickets are priced at $65 and $52.50, and will go on sale Saturday, July 22nd at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. However, the K-Rock listeners get access to a special pre-sale this Thursday.
September 23rd?
September 23rd, the O&A traveling virus hits Cleveland at the Tower Theater with Jim Norton, Rich Voss, Bob Kelly, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill. Tickets go on sale Saturday through Ticketmaster, but the K-Rock listeners get access to a special pre-sale this coming Thursday. I would just tell you guys to keep listening to K-Rock for more details, okay? In the Cleveland area. Joel, I keep saying Joe. I'm sorry. Joel McHale in studio from The Soup helping us out today. Dennis Leary calling in about 20 minutes. And there he sits behind a table in the back of the studio. Pat from Menaki.
Very important.
He may win $1,000 today, courtesy of Clerks 2. What would you do for $1,000? Travis is still taking your phone calls. We have no one booked for tomorrow, by the way. No one booked for tomorrow to try to win $1,000.
$1,000 just out there.
You got
I'll do it.
Yeah.
You got to tell Travis what you would do for the $1,000, courtesy of Clerks 2. Give him a call right now, 1-866-313-FREE. All right, 1-866-313-FREE.
Do you want the money, do you want it in cash or in Lipitor?
That might help.
All right.
I thought you were going on the Fat Smash diet after the hot dog eating contest.
Well, I'll have you know there's no carbohydrates in hard-boiled eggs. Cool. So it's very low carb.
Eat 50 of anything.
Yeah, well.
It's not good.
Okay.
No, we got a guy.
Inconsistencies in my logic.
Mm-hmm.
Opie gave out wrong venue for Cleveland. Why would we have the right venue? Are you kidding me? Jeremy, what's up? Hey, Jeremy.
Not much, man. Just wanted to correct you. It's called the Tower City Amphitheater, not the Tower Center.
I said Tower Theater.
Tower City Amphitheater. I didn't even catch it. Yeah, Tower City. Tower Theater's in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania.
Opie needs to be corrected.
Well, when it's written down wrong in front of you, what do you want from me? Tower City what?
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
Tower City Theater Center. Amphitheater.
Center.
Oh, no.
All right, thank you.
That's in Kentucky.
All right, we got Mr. Old on the line. He wants to do something for us, and then we'll move on here. Mr. Old, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I have a tree to be corrected.
You have a tree that needs to be corrected?
Corrected.
And how are you going to correct this tree?
With a 7.62.
7.62 AK?
Yes, you ready?
Yeah, his AK-47.
What is he talking about?
See, a lot of people on the radio do shout-outs.
We do shoot-outs.
We do shoot-outs. We like people calling up with their weapons and firing them.
We especially like when the homies call up and do the shootout.
Yeah, that's like much better.
Much better than a white guy.
You know the pistols turn sideways.
Yeah.
A few innocent bystanders are getting hit no matter what they aim at.
Did he just shoot?
Did he shoot?
Nah, that would have been like a Vulcan cannon on the side of a helicopter.
Mr. Old.
Yes.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Or did you shoot already?
Just is first.
What?
Just what? You can't speak. Did someone shoot you in the mouth?
And that's why you're getting your anger out on the trees?
What?
Oh, my.
Just remember, when you shoot, aim for white meat. Take a walk, cop.
Shoot your phone.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wasn't bad.
That was very cool.
Your cell phone doesn't pick up gunfire very well.
No. The gun on himself?
Well, I got to run now.
Yeah, you run. Run for your life. You know what the problem is? You hear a cell phone, it doesn't pick up the high end of gunfire. Have you noticed when you wait on hold on your cell phone that a lot of the music that plays isn't in the spectrum that your cell phone can handle? So you get like ding 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 ding.
You have too much time on your hands.
No, I'm on hold all the time. It's the problem.
You just noticed too many things.
But it's just because you sit there and go. You used to be able to. You're on hold. You listen to a nice little tune.
Yeah.
Now you can't even enjoy that, and you keep thinking you're getting cut off. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard nothing. Oh, good. Ipaneema's back. What are we doing first? Him or These crazy Jewish people.
Well, we did talk about this before the break. There's a family that's going to take their summer vacation to Israel.
No, I didn't. I thought they wanted to go, but based on their names, I think it's the law. It's Sarah and Israel Mond.
Yeah,
and they're 4 young children. Even though their parents begged them to cancel, they're taking this trip to Israel this summer. Our parents were yelling at us last night. They're against us going, says Sarah Mond, 28, as she, her husband, and their 4 children, ages 8 months to 7 years old, waited at JFK to catch a flight to Tel Aviv. The Monds of Borough Park, Brooklyn, spend several weeks in Israel every summer, and while they say they're alarmed by the onslaught of missile strikes in Haifa, how is that pronounced? Haifa, and elsewhere, it's not enough to keep them home. No. September 11th happened here. It happens anywhere.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, but they weren't lobbing in missiles from Ellis Island, you jackass.
And it's still not happening. We just need God's protection wherever we are.
No, look, I know it's unpopular to root against a family returning, but these people really are asking to take a bomb. They really are asking for it.
If it's one guy, maybe wants to go pick up some weapons.
We need God's protection.
That's fine. But dragging your kids over there?
Young kids on a plane?
Oof.
If you think about it, though, the hotel deals must be fantastic right now.
Right now.
And you can go anywhere, I bet. And the holy sites are empty.
4 days.
Crowds. You don't
It would be like going to Disneyland after it closes.
You don't have to wait online
Dream
for
come true.
nothing.
It would just
4 days and nights for $1.70.
Right.
You know,
we saw 8 holy sites before we eat lunch.
Jill, you take those lemons.
You turn them into Teflon and then cover yourself in that.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Says many of the Israel-bound flights are packed with Israelis. Like Mati Kachavi.
Oh, he's there?
Yeah, he lives in Manhattan, but planned to leave today with his wife and teenage daughters to be with family in Tel Aviv and Haifa.
Put your whole family at risk. That's good.
Yeah, it sounds really crazy
We're
going
to go to
combat
North
zone.
Korea after this.
Yeah,
we're
take the whole tour
from the Sea of Japan. The missiles are beautiful when they fly.
It's gonna end.
We're going to go to Germany and wear African
Baghdad.
soccer uniforms. Almighty. What's wrong with these people?
The Axis of Terror
and
tour.
then to Darfur.
Jesus, Pat.
What, Pat?
Pat had no confidence in his line. It was great.
The Axis of Terror tour.
He goes, the Axis of Terror tour.
I'm bombing to 73 million males.
All right, that's funny.
He's behind like a news desk over there with his hard-boiled eggs ready to
Our
go.
top story tonight. Eggs.
You got to understand, Pat really wants to be funny, but he's got no confidence ever in anything he delivers, so everything pretty much bombs, even if it is funny.
But that's a whole hook. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's his hook, all right.
Because after everything, he goes like,
Just saying. You know.
I'm just saying, whatever.
I bailed.
He's a good writer. Pat writes some really funny stuff on Instant Feedback. Pat's really
Because you can't bail on written
Right,
words
absolutely.
unless you just barely. Just
Use
lightly.
smaller and smaller font.
all lowercase.
Yeah.
Jared from Boston has something for Anthony. Jared?
Hey, guys, 2 days in a row for me. Professor Anthony, are you making non-stick bulletproof vests? Bulletproof vests are made out of Kevlar, not Teflon.
Ah, geez.
Hey, I didn't say that.
That was me.
That was Joel.
Hi, PK.
That's okay. It makes the bullets slip right off of you.
Kevlar.
They don't stick.
Hey, what are you guys working on for the soup this week, by the way? We should get that plug out.
We have, Barbara Walters. I'm gonna plug myself. I'm gonna be on The View tomorrow. But 2 days ago, she said, which we're gonna show a clip of her. But I can't even. She admitted to having an affair when she was 19 with a married man, just like Christy Brinkley's husband.
Yeah.
And that man, Ben Franklin.
See, there you go. See, she got turned on at the discovery of electricity and Teflon, and that
bulletproof Teflon.
It was a wonderful summer. So
she fessed up to that. Did she give any details? Or
no? She just kind of admitted it, and Elizabeth and Joy looked at her apparently. And,
wild,
because they couldn't imagine her ever having sex.
No, and then I'm sure Hasselhoff will do something by Friday.
He'll
cut himself open. He'll have another restraining order.
Yeah, he's great for your show.
He's
always doing something stupid.
And now he's on America's Got Talent, so he's always doing it. It's great.
Which is really an irony.
Yeah.
Having him.
Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro.
Did they?
gone. Splitsville.
Oh. Split up.
He's already moved in with somebody else. They're saying he's been living with another woman for like 5 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope she makes him cut that weird goat beard thing he has.
As part of the divorce settlement.
Yeah, right.
She's claiming his goatee.
Do you watch Rockstar?
No, I haven't.
The Supernova, the new power group?
Yeah, new power group.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
I can't watch Rockstar. I can't watch Big Brother.
No.
Big Brother All-Stars is just awful.
Tedious.
Watch the first season. That was it.
I'm watching America's Got Talent. That's pretty funny.
Yeah?
There's some. It's good to goof on.
Yeah, whenever it's a talent show, it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
What's this new thing that's going to be on ABC? It's like American Idol, but they show what goes on after the cameras show.
Oh, they have to live in a house.
Yeah. The live in a house
They're
gag.
basically doing American Idol.
It looks exactly like it, too.
Their own
The
little
cameras,
twist.
everything looks, the whole shot, everything is just like American Idol, but now they're going to show you when they're done on stage, when the lights are off, what goes on.
Wait till you see the bickering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that it drives me wild.
Wait till you see the nothingness.
Wait till you see the tedious behavior of human beings. Bickering and chatting.
And then we also have the Surrey Watch. I think we're up to day 91. Our math might not be...
if you guys offer...
Correct.
If each guy listening to this show, 73 million, gives $1.
$1.
You'll get those photos.
What do you think's going on there?
I think it's because Surrey is already taller than Tom, and he's embarrassed by it. He can't believe it. I don't know. What do you guys?
We're thinking there might have been a problem.
We're thinking they might have gave birth to a waterhead.
Well, by problem, I think people could pick up. You don't have to go to a specific illness. And I don't think waterhead is something that has been used since, thalidomide babies.
We're thinking, oh no,
the
waterhead.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I mean, how much did Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt sell the pictures for?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah. Or maybe he's waiting for his next movie, and then he, brings the kid out for
big
the publicity
tour.
He's all about. He's a publicity hooah.
Yeah.
So, but it's. I think we're up to 91 days, and we haven't seen a picture yet of Tom Cruise.
Wouldn't you be if you were Katie's parents? Wouldn't you be upset? Because I have a kid. My parents could not. They ran down the street with the baby above them.
Yeah.
They were so excited, and I just would.
All the speculation that there's some problem, you would want to clear that up, I would think. Because everybody's saying, perhaps the baby's not right.
Yeah.
5 fingers.
Waterhead.
That would be interesting.
Doug.
Half a baby.
Cyclops.
10.
Doug in New York City, what's up?
Hey, I'm going to Tel Aviv in 2 weeks.
Why?
Yeah, what's the thinking?
I was making the arrangements to go there before all of the stuff started happening.
Oh.
And all of the rockets started launching, and I still was dealing with the landlord that I was renting the apartment from. And
anything you say can't be worse than being blown up.
Oh, the landlord. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you should go to
the apartment's real hot. Got the air conditioning broke, and this guy's not going to fix it for like a week. So I'm going off to a war zone.
You should just connect right to Baghdad after that.
Yeah. Fly over, say hi to the
not
troops.
So bad in Tel Aviv. It's Haifa that is getting hit a lot, and even Haifa, they're exaggerating how actually dangerous it is in Israel.
Oh, really? Exaggerating?
Well, it's not as dangerous for Israelis personally. It's the acts of them attacking us, which is wrong.
Huh?
Boy, you're crazy. I don't understand what you're even... It's not the act of what?
No, they aren't as successfully killing us as they are portraying.
As you guys are successfully killing them. Okay. I'll agree with that. I've seen the body count.
Very true.
They have, like, unguided missiles is what it is, and they just lob them in and hope for the best.
Right.
And usually they just miss, or they hit the ground, or they'll hit a building that doesn't really hurt anybody. Like, I think in Haifa, where they've been hitting, they killed 14 people over the whole week with 500 rockets.
Yeah, but eventually one of them's got to hit something big. You know what I mean?
500 rockets.
Didn't he just say 500 rockets?
Only 14
It took 500 rockets to kill 14 people.
Yeah, but that would just... All right, forget about being killed. Just... That would keep you up the whole time you're on vacation. Yeah. It's got to be a constant boom, boom, boom bombardment.
Well, Tel Aviv is really far away from Haifa.
And they can't reach Tel Aviv.
Well, they can only reach it with those big Iranian missiles.
Yeah. And who knows when they're going to pull those out.
Right.
Well,
Those
they tried
Iranians
pulling
known for their
out,
big
and
fat
Israelis
missiles.
shot it down. And so far, the Hezbollah keeps going on and they're saying, we're going to launch another one, we're going to launch another one. And pretty much, it's hard to understand unless you're an Israeli or you know Israelis.
Listen,
I'm convinced, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm going now.
It sounds pretty...
I'm going to cut off your psycho babble and get Joe in the conversation here. Joe in Jersey, what's up? What do you got for Doug?
Hey, this guy said he made the arrangements before all the stuff happened. When did he decide to go? 1947?
What a great gag.
I'm going to be going to Camden next week, so if you want to take a ride with me.
All right, very good. Line of the day so far, Doug.
I love a joke with a good historical background.
Yeah. Perhaps after that, Joe.
Yeah, Doug, good luck, bro. Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
All right, have fun in Tel Aviv. Why don't we take a break? When we get back, Pat from Menaki will start eating the hard-boiled eggs for the $1,000. 50 hard-boiled eggs in 30 minutes, and we'll talk through the whole damn thing because it's not going to be that exciting.
No, believe me, it's not.
And also, Dennis Leary calling the program after the break. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Hey, this is Frank Vincent.
Hi, everybody. This is Travis Tritt.
Hey, folks. My name is Henry Rollins.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Tracy Morgan.
Hey, this is Tommy Chong, and you're listening to Pot Talk.
Hey, this is Richard Dreyfuss, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
I love this. Please refrain from the word.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Pat babbling. He bombed like 8 times during our little break there. Guy just cannot commit to anything. He had a couple of jokes that might have been funny, and I don't even remember what they were because he just trailed off to nothingness.
Let's say hi to Ben.
Postone.
Yeah.
We got Ben calling from Israel.
Horrible joke.
Oh, hey, Ben, what's up?
I just want to let you guys know, you guys have 73 million listeners in New York, but 1 listener in Tel Aviv.
You're in Tel Aviv right now?
Right now, standing in Tel Aviv.
And you're listening on the internet, I would gather?
Yeah, the radio doesn't reach this far.
Yeah, I didn't think. And our satellite doesn't go overhead.
And what's the mood in Beirut?
What's the mood? This is an exclusive.
Yeah, this is Opie and Anthony exclusive.
Well, Beirut is in Lebanon.
Yeah, I know. Where are you in Israel, sir?
I'm in Tel Aviv.
I don't know why.
Tel Aviv.
It's like the middle.
You're not afraid of the big bombs, missiles coming over there?
I mean, the best you can do is just sort of try to stay towards the middle of the country because, of course, you got the Lebanese and Hezbollah, and the south you got Hamas and the Palestinians.
Everyone's just moving to the middle.
To the middle.
Hoping for the best.
But there have been plenty of bus bombings in Tel Aviv. Not really lately, but that's kind of scary too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I take the bus every day.
Who takes the bus in Israel? Who the hell takes the bus?
Everyone but stupid American tourists, because the cabs cost a fortune.
Is that it? They must cost. The cab driver's got it knocked out. What do you want to do? Take the bus? You can always take the bus.
How much they go to Haifa? $6 million.
Let's go.
They caught a guy yesterday in Jerusalem. A guy had a bomb in a bag. The police just caught him walking down the street, took the bomb away, thank God.
How do they catch him? Like, what do they racially profile there?
Waiting for a bus.
Oh,
just waiting.
Of course they racially profile, please. You're Arab, you get stopped all
Any
the time.
Palestinian or Arab gets stopped. Yeah, they don't deal with that.
A guy walked up to me the other day.
Really?
Yeah, a guy walked up to me just to give me a little, check me out. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, all right. And then he's like, okay.
Why?
So I'm American, that's it.
Oh, why? You kind of look Arab?
No, I look American, please.
Oh.
I have a sort of German look going on, even though I'm Jewish.
Please.
Here's my Jewish friends.
You scare your Jewish friends with your German look?
Why are you there? Are you visiting? You're living there? What's the deal?
I
come to plant a tree.
What?
I have an internship at a television station here.
Oh, that's terrific.
It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You couldn't get one in Des Moines?
Nah, I love it here.
All right.
Wow. All right. It sounds quiet. I don't see what all the fuss is about.
Americans riding buses.
Hey, we got a guy saying you're lying, Ben. Mike in San Antonio, what's up?
Hey, this guy is a freaking liar, man.
Oops.
No, I promise you I'm not.
You cannot call an 866 or 800 or 888 number from Israel. No way in hell.
Yeah. I'm on a program with Cellcom, which is the Israeli phone provider here, one of the Israeli cell phone providers, and there you get like, dude, you are lying, man. You are not from Israel. I'm from Israel. I freaking know. You think I haven't been trying to call my credit card companies and all these other companies with an 800 number?
When will the
you
fighting
cannot
stop?
Call an 800 number.
I know. Now San Antonio is in the mix. Mike from San Antonio has now lobbed another bombshell.
Hey, wait.
Can't the fighting just end, for God's sake?
Guy in Israel, you still there? No, he kind of hung up or his phone went dead, so...
Maybe he got bombed.
Punching out.
All right, Mike took care of that problem.
I don't know. He kind of sounded
Can you hear me
legit.
now? Oi.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Hey,
not bad. Not bad.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Can you hear me now? Oi.
You want to get Pat going?
Out of this place? Yes.
Yeah, well, we got $1,000 courtesy of Clerks 2, written and directed by Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith will be in tomorrow, and the movie opens up this Friday everywhere.
Look at that bucket. It's as big as your head.
Okay.
Buckethead.
It's now, hold on, we got to wait till the thing hits. Wait, we got a stopwatch? All right, we got Than. Here's the deal, in case you're just listening. For $1,000, Pat from Menaki is going to attempt to eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in 30 minutes.
In case you're just listening, as opposed to what?
Huh. What happened?
But didn't you mean, here's the deal, in case you're just tuned in?
Oh, yeah.
In case you're just listening.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
As opposed to the people that are looking into their radio.
You're right.
Or feeling it. Trying to read it like Braille.
You're right. I'm a little slow today. You're right.
Pat's going to do this easily, I think.
Well, Pat, you what's your record? You ate how many hard-boiled eggs in 5 minutes?
I was trying to qualify for Wing Bowl in Philadelphia, and you have to do a stunt before you go into Wing Bowl. So on my own, I did 36 eggs in 5.5 minutes.
That's a stunt?
Yeah.
So you're going to attempt to eat
I
that
thought maybe you had to do something
or a
like
snack,
Hooper.
as I like to call
Do you
it.
ever have heart attacks while you're eating?
Just one or two.
Okay.
You're going to attempt to eat that whole bucket?
Sure.
I hear there's 96 hard-boiled eggs in there.
Ah. It's not 92.3?
Oh, all right. Hey, that's pretty funny.
Wow. Should we draw straws for mouth to mouth if he goes down?
I'm out. There's no way.
That's Kenny's job. Kenny, would you do the honors?
Kenny, you know, CPR and stuff.
You better pray an ambulance gets here because nobody's touching
no one's touching it, Pat.
Right. I'll give him mouth to Roman war helmet.
Kids, don't try this at home.
You'd sure have egg on your face.
Joke's on me.
Who's doing the official counting?
Isn't he horrible? We love him.
Get on the mic.
Joke's on me.
All right, get on mic. Than's going to do the official counting. Just count, every time he eats one, okay?
Okay.
For the radio audience there.
For those of you getting this telepathically, I want to explain. He's got a bucket full of eggs.
All right. I don't have a home. Give me a break.
Yeah, it's got 5 waters.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Enough water there? Yeah.
Enough water.
Yes.
Because this gets disgusting.
Why is the garbage can next to you?
Oh, well, we've had experiences with him in the past. For those of you listening
the liquid
on
form eggnog.
Morse code, I'd like beep dot dash that. He needs the bucket because we've had him in various other eating contests on this show. Yeah. And when he, do we have the sound? Let me hear. Here was Pat during the eggnog drinking competition. Let's listen.
Memory.
Does it sound like a motorboat? It definitely sounds like a little motorboat.
By the way,
it's kind of flooded.
We have to move either that microphone or that garbage bag can because there's no way the mic reaches the can. If he needs to use it, we have to mic him.
We can just take it out of the thing.
Okay. All right. Hopefully they'll have that figured out.
It's good to have him here again with another product that has the word egg in it. Eggnog, just
Yeah. This ought to be great.
Okay.
Just in case you missed it the first time.
Now this is the original. This is from year 1.
Oh.
That's year one.
Well, I thought this was year 2. It has a distinctive year 2.
No, this is year 2.
Oh.
Once again,
like he's drowning.
Once again, year 1 of the eggnog drinking
It's like a
contest.
reverse facial.
There's a distinct sound, Anthony.
Yeah.
You gotta know your puking sound.
In year 2.
And here's year 2.
Year 2 had more substance.
Yeah.
It was thicker.
That's great.
Oh my God, that's great.
All right.
All right, why don't we
Looking forward to year 3.
Yeah, well.
I hope it's that sound followed by he's not breathing.
Actually, this year 3 of the eggnog drinking contest, we're taking it to the public. We're going to do it out at a club or
Great.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a live broadcast for that one.
Oh, the listeners will love that.
This is also on Pal Talk.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Red rum.
Without further ado, we're ready. Pat from Menaki trying to win $1,000. Here we go. Dan, start him off whenever you're ready there.
Go, Pat.
Wow.
The enthusiasm.
What a ceremonial start. Countdown?
Yeah.
There he goes. And it starts.
A half. 1.
There's 1.
All right, that was easy.
This is really like...
He said he did 36 in 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a glutton. 2.
The whole water food thing, is really disgusting.
I could eat 4, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's with the yolks removed. Just like a little egg
They do that hot dog.
Healthy.
When they dip the hot dog bun in the water.
Yeah, in the water.
Disgusting.
Because at Nathan's, they have to do the hot dog and the bun. And a lot of them separate the hot dog and the bun, eat the hot dog, and then eat the bun. And it's just this spongy, watery mess of bread that they're shoving in their mouth.
It is kind of surprising. Nobody has choked to death.
He would tell you, if his mouth wasn't full of eggs, that they're professionals. They actually, there's an organization that they belong to.
Excuse me.
Sanctioned.
ESPN calls them athletes now.
Athletes.
They are athletes.
Yeah.
I love all athletes.
I don't know why we
shut up and eat.
I don't know why we never got the audio from the hot dog eating contest, because it was hilarious.
We don't have that?
Why would we?
It was great.
Why would we?
But basically,
you notice a trend, Joel? Why would we have that? Why would we do that?
But ESPN calls them athletes and took it very seriously.
6.
Athletes?
Yeah, the hot dog eating contest was taken
He's
very
an athlete.
Yeah.
All right.
Dan, what is he up to?
6.
How many minutes?
6 already, in no time.
A minute and a half.
Minute and a half. Where's the 30 and 5 minutes I want to see?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't call it in for this show.
You eat like a sissy.
That's our job.
Yeah, really.
Come on, Dr. Boom.
These are a little slow eggs.
Dr. Boom. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. He does have that Darth helmet. Darth helmet. All right. I smashed that joke into a wall.
We're all stumbling, mumbling asses today.
I wasn't behind the wheel of that crash.
All right. Just keep eating.
Shut up.
You're not here for your jokes today, Pat. I'm sorry.
Sweetie.
No,
What does his tag say?
it's my Clerks 2 Fun Play tag. I saw the movie at Vulgar Fun.
Oh.
All right.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, it's not on his toe.
Just keep eating. What are we up to?
10?
8.
8.
9.
Wow, that was a quick one.
Today's consumer on the news, quick break, are germs in your car?
Well, yeah.
That's what the news is frightening us with today.
Yeah, well, World War III has begun, but let's talk about germs in your car.
Germs in your car, we'll tell you at 11.
Yeah.
Can you tell me now, please?
There are a lot of surfaces in your car that you touch.
Yeah, and those would get germs on them.
You know,
Other people.
I don't think it's World War III. I think they're exaggerating.
oh my God. Joel's
73 million?
Joel wants to make believe that he didn't hear that one. Just enjoy, Joel. Let's go to Rachel in Massachusetts. Rachel.
Hi. One of the soup writers.
I am extremely irritated with these people going to a war zone for a vacation. Okay?
Yeah.
They deserve to be blown up. I don't want to see their sorry asses taking up space on the news. Oh, the poor family got blown up. Well, you know what? Good. You deserve it. Just like those people that go to Iraq to work as freelance workers. Oh, you deserve to have your head cut off with about a knife.
Rachel,
if you're going there.
Can I guess? Are you from Lowell?
No.
All right. Where in Mass are you from?
No, I'm from the North Shore, but I'm not from Lowell.
Okay.
All right.
She's a good girl.
Thank you, Rachel. But Joel makes a good point. No lines.
Yeah.
Cheap hotels.
There are advantages to going on vacation in a war zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going to a private Six Flags.
Yeah.
You can just go to each ride.
No traffic. You know the highways are just wide open.
Yeah, and then once in a while, one of 500 missiles might...
Only 500 in the past week.
I have heard the argument, well, you have a better chance of being killed in your car every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True. Crossing the street.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What are we up to?
And a way better chance if a missile...
Wow, if there's 500 missiles raining down across that street, a little bit better of a chance.
How many?
He just put away his 15th.
15. In how many minutes?
A little less than 5.
A little less than 5. What happened to the 30 in 5 minutes you were promising? You're calling it in.
These are particularly dry eggs. These are industrial eggs.
He's complaining about the egg quality.
We should explain.
Spackle buckets.
No, we should explain the eggs.
It's true.
The hard-boiled eggs came from what? The Hard Rock Cafe? Ben? Yes. And they come in like this, miniature spackle bucket.
Good.
16.
Do you think if someone else was trying to eat the eggs in competition with you, there'd be more of an urgency?
Oof, yeah.
Maybe, but we'd be under the same ground rules. They'd be the same.
They'd still be.
They're rather dry. when they're
we can hear the dry.
I know, it's like that. Like that. Your friend just smoked a bunch of pot, and now he's telling you a stupid story. Mouth.
Preparation is very important in competitive eating.
You can have a whole universe under your fingernail, dude. Can you?
Africa? Kenya?
Oh, shut up and eat.
It's all puns.
Pat, help us out. We got a big TV star in the studio. You're making us look bad. We want Joel to come back someday.
Isn't he awful?
Kenya?
Africa.
Well,
So what are you saying, Pat?
Listen to the dryness. Go ahead,
Look
Pat.
at you.
Well, if they're overcooked, the yolk gets kind of green and sulfury.
Yeah.
The eggs do smell really bad.
By the way, he's a diabetic.
Yeah.
Who has lost a toe.
Yeah.
To diabetes because he decided to go on a sugar bender one night and didn't go to the doctor.
And that's what makes the eggnog drinking contest so much fun every year.
Because the sugar.
Yeah, because he's a diabetic.
Yeah. Look at him eating.
Have you gone blind from the diabetes?
That one.
It looks like you.
It's like your head. Barbaro's in better shape than you.
On ESPN, the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
What was it? 8 hours of coverage?
Pretty much.
How long it's going to take for?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know.
It was like a 2-hour broadcast for a. How long do you guys eat for again?
19.
12 minutes.
12 minutes, right?
12 minutes.
Oh, it's so dry. Than 19.
Yep.
19 hard-boiled eggs in how many minutes?
Just over 7.
Just over 7 minutes.
Why'd we give him water? We should have given him eggnog to wash it out. Thick beverage.
No, we could do. We could take a break and then we could come back and see where he's at.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Unless something happens during the break, that would really
Because this is the
suck.
boring part of the contest.
Yeah.
By the time the break's over, he'll be up into some interesting numbers and he'll get close to puking.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't puke today, Pat, no money. New rule.
Okay.
Oh,
I can work with that.
This just in.
because egg puke will really
Be
get
wonderful.
me.
Are the eggs dry, Pat?
This just in. Elo is watching Pat eat eggs on Pal Talk.
Oh, he is.
Elo, our
Puking
boss,
sound effects aren't helping either.
our boss at XM is watching this.
Why aren't
that
they
him
watching
right
Red
there?
Rum on our camera?
That's him?
Yeah, that's our boss right there.
Does he work at a Wendy's drive-thru? He's got a tie on. He looks like the manager.
Yeah, he's obsessed with our show. It's kind of scary because he's officially the boss. But he just loves the Opie and Anthony show, and he calls himself an O&A pest. What are we up to, Than?
21.
21 in how many minutes?
A little over 8.
A little over 8. Maybe we should take a break, and then we could
21.
We could watch him do the last 10 minutes. That could be good. All right? Right. And I think Dennis Leary's calling the show today. We'll see what's going on with that. It's the O&A virus spreading across America as Pat from Menaki continues to eat the hard-boiled eggs. What the F?
Ah! That's the war face! Now let me see your war face! No! Bull! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! No! You don't scare me! Work on it!
Jackass.
I'm scared.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, it's just getting so exciting in here. Joel McHale in studio from The Soup. Pat from Menaki trying to win $1,000 courtesy of Clerks 2. He's attempting to eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in 30 minutes. Let's get an update from Than. Than, what's going on?
Just polished off his 37th egg.
37 hard-boiled eggs?
And he has about 11 and a half minutes left.
Let's call back to Clerks 1. 37 or 36?
Oh, jeez.
Never mind.
How about not calling back?
Talk about it on XM.
You know, the real athletic part of his body is going to be his bowels in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I like to hear how mealy-mouthed he is right now.
He's going to easily eat the 50. I want to see how many he could eat. Can you do the whole tub?
If you guys, what if you threw in another 1,000 for like a bonus 20 eggs or something after this?
I would give him another 1,000 if he eats the whole tub. Is that against the rules? We should go find out real fast.
I don't think it is.
Let's say hi to Tim in New York. Tim, what's up?
Giveaway.
Hey, Pat.
Hey.
You know, it's safe to... Hey, guys, I'm from Massachusetts, too. I remember the old days up there.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. Hey, Pat, you know, you can eat salt and sugar with your food, but I don't think you can eat a pound of salt or a pound of sugar. I think it'll kill you.
Oh, really?
He's a pro.
I don't think it's a good idea to eat 50 eggs. I think there's a lot of cholesterol in there. I'm no doctor, and I'm not a nutritionist.
Tim, let me tell you
play
something.
one on TV.
Before these eggs could do any real damage, they will be coming back up. That's the beauty of Pat from Menaki. He's not going to let that stuff sit in him.
39.
Raising his cholesterol, he will get rid of the hard-boiled eggs in maybe 15 or 20 minutes from right now.
Eggs are the perfect protein.
And turn on.
A lot of people are betting when Pat's going to puke.
Let's talk like Pat.
Right. There's
what you guys?
Hey, Gary in the Bronx, what's up?
Hey, it's not going to be his bowels working. He's going to be puking in about 10 minutes. That's what's going to be working.
Yeah, you think?
Definitely. I've heard him before. He's puked every time. This is going to be another puke fest.
Well, we need a new puke sound effect. We got the 2.
I'm scared.
Be scared, yeah.
That's the old one.
Old hat.
And there's the latest one.
People shushing. We can't hear it.
Helping me here.
All right.
Who is shushing?
Trying to get an audio.
Come on.
Yeah, we want to add a third one to our collection. So
We can't talk through the puke. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
We knew to not talk through the rumbling.
Yeah, we're professional broadcasters.
I'm worried that he's not the puke won't be as liquidy as the eggnog one, or
It won't be.
You need a new sound, though.
And
That's
it'll
the beauty
stink.
of it.
Yeah, this
You
is
need another vibe.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
We step on each other all the time with the vomiting we all shut up for.
Yeah.
Hey, Than, what are we up to?
40.
40.
41.
41 eggs.
How do you feel, Pat?
Like I just had 41 eggs.
See, he didn't bail on that joke, and it was great.
If he only had more confidence.
Pat is funny, man.
Pat, you think
Maybe I should go see the wizard.
You think you could eat?
I need some confidence.
You think you could eat the whole bucket?
Oh my God, that is awful.
You think you could eat the whole bucket for another 1,000?
It's mighty tempting.
I mean, you know, you got to about 8:50. We won't even put a time limit on it.
I'll give it a shot, and puking is encouraged, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But if the bucket is not finished, you have to continue to eat after the puke.
That's right.
Oh, that's no problem.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, just checking.
You can throw up, and you can just eat right after you throw up.
I'm into recycling.
I want it to be like a salmon swimming upstream.
You have to
you
puke
saw
in
the
the
egg
bucket.
working through.
Hey, let's say hi to Paul in Jersey. Paul.
Hey, can you guys stop playing the puke sounds, please? I just puked my breakfast up.
Which puke sound? Oh, that one.
The president's speaking.
I agree with what you're saying about syrup.
People very, very excited here, by the way. Dave from North Bergen. Dave, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I'm thinking this next sample, once he does start to throw up, is probably going to be the best one. Less liquidy, more chunky. I think we're all going to enjoy it.
Yeah, because it's going to be more hacking going on to try to get it all out. It's not going to come out as easy as the eggnog.
God, Someone's going to have to work and put in its natural acids and bile.
That's right. Let's
It'll
go
be
to
a lovely mosaic of yellow and white.
Let's go to Gordon in South Carolina. Gordon.
Hey, guys, how are you doing?
Good.
Go, Pat, go. Listen, I just wanted to let you know you guys keep saying that Pat's a professional.
Yeah.
But Dale Earnhardt was also a professional.
You had to go there, huh?
Good point.
Punching out, guys.
So is Darryl Stingley.
Hey, this is pretty funny, too. Colin in D.C. Colin.
Yeah. Hey, I was thinking that the sound that they could make when Pat pukes these hard-boiled eggs up, is it going to sound like one of those ping pong ball guns? Punching out.
Danny, be ready to grab that mic and aim it like a big boy.
All right, what is he up to, Than?
43.
43. And how many minutes does he have?
6.
6 minutes to get 7 eggs down to win the $1,000 courtesy of Clerks 2.
44.
Movie opens everywhere Friday.
Pat is sitting here eating egg after egg, and behind him is an enormous plasma screen with the parents of the captured Israeli soldier.
Yeah.
And the
wonderful.
It's just
absolutely what a perspective it puts on everything.
It really is.
Right.
We got a communique in from Tom Chiusano. Tom said, if you really want to give away another $1,000, you can. What does that mean? He's not too happy with the contest, or
yeah.
Pat, we know Pat from Menaki. He lives in a trailer, Joel.
Does he really?
A trailer that's falling apart.
Does he really?
Thanks for the reminder.
He could really use $2,000, right? Right, Pat?
Oh yeah.
That bucket is actually nicer than his bathroom.
Bucket is going to be my bathroom.
Oh. Didn't stick with the "is my bathroom."
Yeah,
exactly. Would have been funny.
Where's the nearest trailer park in New York?
That's a great question, Joel. Where is it, Pat?
Right, Sandwich. I
know it's Menaki, but how far is that?
Between Teterboro Airport and Giant Stadium, so it's like 10 miles. Not even 10 miles out of the city. 5 miles.
How weird is that? You're starting to sound like John Madden, by the way.
It's giving me a nice bass to my voice.
Yeah. Caking up his vocal cords.
Yeah.
A lot of people very excited about the contest. They're really getting into it now. DK from MD, what's up?
Hey, you need a container that it will echo in, something that will give it a little more than just a sound of the...
Well, the garbage pail usually does that.
Yeah, but it's got to have something that'll hit the bottom and splash.
Yeah.
So cool.
All right, thank you, sir.
Busting out.
46.
46.
Jeez. 46.
46.
Oh, I'm getting nauseous watching you.
There's hash browns after this, dude.
Yeah, don't forget.
Oh, my gosh.
How much water you have?
I'm still working on my first one.
Yeah.
During the break, he said yesterday he went to McDonald's and had a chicken sandwich meal, that crispy.
A crispy chicken sandwich.
You should do the commercial for it with your mouth full of eating egg like that.
Joel sandwich. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
I think Joel likes Pat.
Isn't he great?
I
love him.
I think Joel secretly likes this guy's chops.
Oh, awesome.
Everyone falls in love with Pat.
Shiny legs.
Some hot broad.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey. Bill, what's up?
Hey, man, you guys got to have him puke first after the 50 eggs and then move to the next $1,000.
That has to happen. He can't make him puke. He's just got to puke when he pukes.
Yeah.
He can't just... man,
Pat's stomach works
so
the
he
way
can
it
make
works.
himself puke.
Well, there's a couple things going on here. We want to see how many hard-boiled eggs he could eat before he pukes as well.
Yeah,
and if he gets the whole bucket done, which I think is 96...
Wow.
We said earlier, 96 eggs, he'll get another $1,000.
What's that look you got on your face there, Pat?
Uh-oh. Pat?
No, just the thoughts of having to do 96.
So right, you're halfway there.
Dude, $2,000.
47.
Almost halfway there.
He was talking about how he's got to drive home in his hot van with no air conditioning.
Ew. No AC? A van of a rapist.
Someone is suggesting that we keep his throw up and make egg salad out of it.
Oh.
That's Vanilla Gorilla from South Carolina. He wrote it twice. He had a lot of confidence in that one.
Breast intentions, is nursing in public okay? That's what we're looking at now behind Pat.
You bet it is.
Wow. I see a child.
Any
suckling.
joke, Pat? No, got a visual for radio.
Kissing the egg.
How much eggnog did he drink before he lost it?
70-something shots?
140 ounces.
140 ounces.
Oh, my.
70 double shots.
48.
Every minute he had to do one.
2 minutes
A double
left.
shot or whatever. 48 with 2 minutes left.
Then they brought in a ringer. Somebody who was ranked higher than me in the IFOCE, the International Federation of Competitive Eating.
And you get lower than you in the
That should be the soundbite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he only beat you by like a shot or something like that.
Actually, I have the record with 71 shots.
Right.
90 seconds.
But I puked first. So.
Right. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Very shortly after he puked.
Hey, by the way...
So it was a photo finish.
Where did it go?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is. Chris from Jersey. Save the puke. I will dunk my head in it for 20 seconds for $1,000 with my mouth open.
Oh, stop
That's
it.
the deal. I say that's
No.
not
49.
I can't watch that.
Well,
No, have him come in a week and just
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, leave it outside. During this
49?
heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's 52 seconds.
52 seconds to get the last hard-boiled egg down for the $1,000, courtesy of Clerks 2. He's
So
nibbling
taking his
that.
time,
Just enjoying.
showing off.
He wrapped the egg around his head.
Like Dice used to smoke the cigarette.
Behind the back.
30.
It's getting tense.
Yeah, really do it.
I don't think he's going to make
I had
it.
to kick it.
You're such a...
Just got to be in your mouth, right?
20.
Now he's got to swallow it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What rules are we playing by?
Marcus of Queensbury.
What did he say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Marcus of Queensbury.
Oh.
Probably if I had love as a child, I wouldn't do this.
And that's it, right? He got the 50 hard-boiled
Yep.
eggs down.
Certainly did.
Very
30
good.
minutes.
Pat.
$1,000.
Congrats.
For $1,000, courtesy of Clerks 2. Movie's great. It opens everywhere on Friday.
Kevin Smith tomorrow, right?
Kevin Smith tomorrow in studio. Pat, you going to continue or what?
Sure, why not?
Oh,
All right, Pat's going to continue, and we'll continue with the radio show here as he just kind of
Slowly kills himself.
slowly kills himself. Wow. Well, we need the grand finale. We need the big puke. You know that, Pat. Everyone's waiting for it out there.
I will throw in another $100.
oh, wow.
If he pukes, or
Well, I feel like if he
he's not going to get all 96.
he's
though.
not.
I don't think
He
so.
might. Pat's a competitive eater. Oh, he's an athlete.
Yeah, but he's
Athlete.
slowing down.
A high-level athlete.
They're showing boobies on TV though with this.
This breastfeeding gag.
They're actually showing the boobies.
What are you going to give him, another half hour to do the...
He's got until we leave the first half of the show here.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, we'll keep counting. Know what we could do for Joel? We could do some news teases.
I love the news
We
teasers.
started this the other day, and we only got to do a few, the latest news teases, and I think it would be perfect with Joel in studio today.
It's where they scare the crap out of you for no reason during the tease. You're just watching, like, House or something. And
There they go. Yeah.
coming up at 11. I saw one last night. Damn, what was it? There's a rapist walking around with a trick that's keeping him from getting caught. Whoa. What is it?
He puts a napkin over his lap and does a magic trick.
I heard one the other day when they were. This old guy was like, "Well, if the astronauts don't land in they're scheduled to land today, but if they don't land in 4 days, they will run out of oxygen." And I was like, "Well, that's why they're landing tomorrow."
Yeah.
They already know all that.
Have to land.
Hey, Charlie.
Unbelievable.
Charlie in Jersey.
Scaring us.
With every egg, it's Daddy didn't leave me. Daddy didn't leave me.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Got that horrible story.
I never drove by and looked at his house.
Yeah, Pat's father left him, Joel.
What age?
And he lives with a new family in a really nice house somewhere.
What age did he leave, Pat?
Very close to where Pat lives now.
I think somewhere in that first 6 months.
Wow, you look exactly the same, but bigger.
Before any kind of bond
Could happen.
formed.
Did you breastfeed?
Yeah. I don't know.
Your poor mom's like, he's going for 80 ounces this morning.
All right. What are we up to there, Stan?
He is putting away his 53rd.
Oh, you're not going to make 96. You might as well stop now.
I don't know. I think you might.
Hey, news teases, Anthony. Yes. Why don't we play the some of the news teases from the Hall of Fame for Joel?
Our favorites. We're always looking for the best ones for the Hall of Fame.
Right. They're all really a lot of fun to listen to, but then we get the special ones to add to the Hall of Fame.
Cooperstown one.
These are the ones that have made the Hall of Fame.
Could frequent hiccups be a sign of cancer? Watch News 8 at 10.
Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. That has all the features. You want fear.
Right.
Cancer.
And
the word
music.
alone. Yeah, the music.
From Halloween.
And something so common. Hiccups. Hiccups, cancer. You're getting to everybody. Everyone's had the hiccups. That story is made so people go, oh my God, cancer. So it's got all the features. We love that one.
Right.
That's a good one.
And then here's another one that made the Hall of Fame.
How a twist on the predator law could shut down religion.
All religion?
It's pretty general. A twist in the predator law.
The Catholic Church has closed its doors.
It's closed. Yeah, every religion done because of this loophole. These are like
atheism runs.
They got to be laughing when they write these and play them. It's got
it
like the
seems
soup.
Irresponsible. Yeah.
Ours
is a comedy show.
Yeah,
so we don't feel
that's the news.
And finally, this is the greatest one we've come upon so far, Joel.
One city wants to pack all their sex offenders into a 3-block area. Problem is, it could be right next to your house.
What would the chances be?
The first thing I thought of was, this is a lie. What politician is going to go on that platform?
Right.
In my district, I want all the sex offenders in a 3-block area. That's it.
We have probably played that clip 25 times. It gets funnier every time I hear it.
Yeah.
What local news is that?
I don't know which one it was, but it was.
Does it matter really? They're all so the same.
That poor woman had to say that out loud. Poor woman. She's being paid to do it. But
yeah.
So we got the latest news teases. We'll see if any of these make the News Tease Hall of Fame.
Very hard to get into the Hall of Fame.
Here's the first one.
It's a highway hazard you won't see.
I saw nothing. It was just a loud boom.
A potential danger you won't notice until it's too late.
It just hit the windshield and cut the seat that was next to me.
Damage and injury caused by an object designed to keep you safe as you drive. KSN's Jason Crivera goes in depth to reveal a growing safety problem on highways throughout the Midwest. Roadside Risk, tonight at 10 on KSNN.
That was long enough to tell you the whole story, not just tease you and leave you not knowing.
If it was concise like those earlier ones, it
Yeah.
would be something. But they never tell you what it was.
No.
We already know what it is, though.
Yeah,
But that brings in more fear. Like you never see the killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we know what this one is.
What is it?
Because every news program does it. It's those little lights or reflectors they have on the highway.
They pop off?
Yeah, they're not glued down quite right.
Ah.
So then a tire, spins one up into your windshield.
There for our safety.
All right, that one's just okay.
Just the fact they wouldn't tell you that, though.
I know.
Just right at the end, it's those little reflector things.
Why do they have...
just a reflector thing.
And now
but tune in anyway, please.
Why can
we
they
need
operate...
your viewership.
And now Jay Leno.
With impunity.
Yeah.
Why do they have this level of untouchability that like comedy shows don't have when they're just tabloid jerk-offs? I don't get That's what annoys me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they'll tease the story throughout the entire show.
Right. Yeah, we'll tell you. Hidden danger. Remember that story we teased? We'll tell you later.
If you don't stay tuned, you might as well shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Dan?
But I got to go out now. I'm driving.
What are we up to?
57.
Oh, you're not going to make 96. You're slowing down, Pat.
How you feeling, Pat?
Oh, good. It's the beginning.
He's sounding a little full.
It's a familiar feeling.
Oh, no, it's coming soon.
Is that second thousand for the rest of the eggs or for puking?
I think it's for the rest of the eggs.
Yeah?
But we might be able to negotiate with you a little
There might be something.
We might be able to negotiate with you.
I might be able to hold it in.
All right, here we go. The next scary news tease.
Plus, why some college students and their parents are probably dreading the 1st of July and what we might not be able to eat soon at any local restaurant. Tonight at 9 on Fox News.
That was that's double.
Double.
That's two.
Wow, they're hitting us with two at a time now.
What's up with July 1st?
And what can't we eat?
What can't we eat?
Eggs.
AIDS and eggs?
I'm really curious about that last one. That was good because you have to, there wasn't terrifying music, but
no.
Yeah, you need the scary trailer music, movie trailer music.
Danny, what is that one?
I believe it was some kind of seafood. I left the July 1st thing in there just so you could see how they went from one to the other.
Yeah. What was July 1st all about?
Something about tuition. Like they had to pay I
thought it was like a rapist or something.
Yeah, something scary.
I mean, tuition.
Tuition coming to get you. What?
You'll be raped by tuition after July 1st. At 11.
How tuitions are killing your children. They are?
His name is Tuition.
Tuition.
Right.
Tuition Johnson.
And he's coming to get you. All right, here's the next scary news tease.
How to protect your family from a hidden summertime danger. 3 on your side at 11.
Boy, is that vague.
She was really casual about it.
Wow.
She
how to protect your family against hidden summer danger.
Yeah, she can't even sell it. She's like,
It could be anything. Could be you need sunscreen. Could be dinosaurs. She left me nothing to work with.
Jellyfish.
Yeah.
What is it, Danny?
She seemed cold about it.
Does Danny remember what this one is?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my mic. Not really.
Oh, you don't remember it?
Oh, thanks, Danny.
Great. That's going to help us out today.
Well, I just would like to reiterate to the listeners that when they send these in, it would be nice to get the answers as well.
Yeah.
They're still having trouble with that one.
All right, let's say
our intern to the Opie and Anthony show, now an employee, soon to be fired. We'll tell you who it is.
Let's say hi to Seth in Boston. Seth.
That one's easy.
Hey, boys. I just wanted to note that you guys missed a great idea by Jimmy.
Yes?
When you guys were talking about puking, Jimmy made for Pat puking, that Jimmy made the comment that Pat should puke in the bucket of eggs.
Yeah, he did.
If he pukes in the bucket of eggs, he should be forced to pick them out without cleaning the bucket and still finish off the batch.
I'm not crazy about that idea, sir.
Then maybe just throw a crown of thorns on him, too.
Yeah. Everyone's saying July 1st is when they raise interest rates for student loans. All right. How many eggs is he up to?
60.
60.
Oh, it's funny, we're like, how? 61? I don't think we should allow him to puke
61.
Back.
No.
Like, that's too far.
How many minutes?
Too far. Too much.
About 40.
40 minutes, 61 eggs, done. All right, here's the next scary news tease.
My batting streak's up to 61.
Okay, shut up and eat.
Just eat. Just puke and get it over with. People need to go to work. They're just hanging out in their cars right now.
Waiting for the sound.
That's all they want is the sound of puking.
Walking in. Where were you? I thought he was going to puke around 8:20, and he didn't, and I just
had it penciled in.
Right.
At a meeting I put off.
All right, here's the next scary news tease.
Are You Normal? Thursday at 11 on News 8.
All right, Hall of Fame. I vote yes. It is so ridiculous, so quick, and covers everybody on the planet.
Are You Normal? Thursday at 11 on News 8.
That addresses all 75 million of our New York listeners. Wow, are you normal?
Are you normal? Yes.
In what way?
Is that good enough for the Hall of Fame?
I say it's inducted. We nominate it.
Yeah.
And then we vote.
That is great.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
And
it had music. It had exciting.
It had music. It was exciting. Someone actually wrote it and handed it to somebody, maybe with a straight
did
face.
It 3 times so they had choices.
Yeah.
Are you normal?
Danny, what do you know?
Are you normal? Are you normal?
Are you normal?
They're actually asking if your spending habits are normal, but neglect to tell you that during the TV.
Oh, God.
Spend out of 1,000 guesses, I would not have guessed spending.
No.
It would have been something physical, or I thought mental right off the bat.
Right, yeah.
I thought heterosexual. Because we all know how freakish the gay people are.
Not normal. Does God love you?
No, unnormal. Does God love you? You're being shunned by God and your father.
All right, I think we got time for 2 more news teasers. Then we'll take a break. Then we'll see if Pat from Menake's going to puke here. Okay?
What if he pukes during the break?
Yeah.
You're not going to puke during the break. You'll hold it, right? Somehow, some way?
I'm a radio professional. I'll hold it.
Radio professional.
Are you normal?
He knows what we want. That's why we love Pat from Menake. All right, here we go. The next scary news tease.
Tonight at 11, can opening a package send you to the emergency room? It can when it looks like one of these. See how this thick plastic has put thousands in the hospital. We'll show you the secret to opening these packages without the pain. Join Dana and Jim for CBS 2 News at 11 tonight.
Okay. I almost understand that one, though.
Yeah.
Who hasn't had to deal with the electronic equipment packed in that thick plastic where if you pull the wrong way, it is now a shank from prison that you could kill somebody with.
Or the knife you used to cut it, almost cut your finger off.
You got to use big, scissors and just cut the top off.
Yeah, packaging has gotten ridiculous.
And then they batten down whatever it is in there with 8 billion tungsten twist ties.
Yeah, it takes a half a day to.
Yeah, just to open the thing up.
So we can relate to that one?
Yeah, I can relate to that one.
Does that mean it's not good? I mean, it sounds like. I mean, you do learn a secret, or you will get a secret.
Yeah,
to open them.
But there's a
That's true. Yeah, you get a little secret.
I mean, that as if there's some huge mystery. To how.
But they're probably showing you the package, so it's not like they're hiding it. Like they're probably going how to open these without hurting yourself. Everybody knows what they're talking about. Like, oh yeah, that does.
Well, Chester's liver. The package is on a bus in Tel Aviv.
Is that the secret we didn't know?
Yeah, that would be the problem there. Hey, Ed from Boston. Tonight, hear how boring bits like eating eggs with Pat can cause ear cancer. More at 11.
What's up, Pat?
Pat?
You all right? Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, no.
Wait a minute. He just
Oh,
threw,
God, no.
He just threw.
Oh, no.
Hold on, Pat. I got to explain for the audience. He just threw the hard-boiled egg back in the bucket. He's saying that's it.
No.
Oh, no.
Dad, he's standing up. Dad, how many eggs did he eat?
64.
The smell is going to be horrendous. I'm not going to...
Oh, my gosh!
I think I need some water.
Oh, no.
That looked like a soft serve ice cream machine. How it came out.
It came out like scrambled eggs.
Dairy Queen.
All right, here he goes.
Eat another egg.
It's a conspicuous lapse of or absence of a gurgle here in this third year.
I think I have some more eggs.
Attaboy, Pat. Keep eating.
Oh, God. I am going to wolf.
No, you're not. He's a good boy. Patrick made a little room.
He's
Good
got
boy.
an egg in his hand, and he's eating it.
And there he goes.
He's back to eating hard-boiled eggs. Contest back on!
Like a true Roman.
And we'll take a break. We'll take a break. And
he took one bite of another egg and lost 3 or 4 eggs.
But now he took another bite of the hard-boiled egg.
Put a whole half an egg.
Wow.
You gotta hold that mic.
Oh my God, he's having a tough
He's lost the power of speech.
Linda Blair's puke scene was less offensive.
Pat?
Yeah?
Can we take a break or are you going to puke?
We'll take a break.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can you hold it in?
All right, he's back to eating eggs even though he's puked 4 or 5 times so far. It's the One virus spreading across America. We'll continue.
I'd say the virus is...
Spread a bit too far.
But it's the virus is a stomach flu.
I know I speak like an idiot. Do you? It's all about me.
Is it? I was assaulted. Were you?
We're brilliant broadcasters.
Are we?
You are out of your mind.
Am I?
Oh, that sounds real good.
Does it? I'm thrilled. I'm excited. Am I?
I thought I heard Negro.
Did you?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Is it?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Here we go. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Having a lot of fun today. Joel McHale from the Soup In studio. He's going to join us at XM, we just found out. That's pretty cool. The second half of the show is exclusively on XM.
I'm a little curious to check out his potty mouth chops.
Yeah, we'll see how well it concurs, right.
Of course, we're allowed to say anything we want.
Also,
on satellite.
A lot of people want to know if,
no rules, so
if Pat
Hitler was right.
Okay. You can actually say that here.
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
You can say that at my house at the meetings.
Oh, okay.
Also, Pat from Menaki, a lot of people want to know if he's going to do the walkover with us because it's very hot here in New York City, and that could mean a lot of puking on the way to XM.
If he can eat 10 eggs while we're walking over, I'll give him $100.
Look, he
really
could have a problem.
I will write a receipt to and submit to E.
It's so hot you could puke an egg on the street. See, cook, no, nothing.
Nothing.
I'm willing to crash myself when they don't work.
By the way, a reminder, for tomorrow's walkover, we're giving away Jimmy Day T-shirts in honor of Jim Norton's real birthday.
Wow.
Free Jimmy Day T-shirts tomorrow during the walkover from here to XM. All right? We're on 57th Street between, 6th and 5th Avenue. That's where we start the walk, and then we walk a block.
How many of these shirts are going to be used as puke cleaning rags?
Yeah. And then Dennis Leary was supposed to call the program. He got caught up in shooting a scene, and he'll reschedule. Can you please mention Rescue Me on FX tonight at 10?
Like that show needs help.
That's a communique from Dennis Leary.
The show is slaying.
They are doing well.
Yeah.
All right. Dan.
They get away with murder on that show.
How many eggs are we up to?
74 eggs.
He's going to do it. He's only got 15 minutes.
Fine.
To get that extra $1,000 if he eats the whole bucket.
How you doing, Pat?
Pretty good.
I thought it was going to be vomit.
Yeah, it did look vomiting.
For a moment, it was like, oh.
And if you're just tuning in, Pat did puke 3 or 4 times, and then he went right back to eating the hard-boiled eggs. He's a trooper. Hey, Anthony, I got a Sucks to Be You before we get out of here.
Ooh.
We love the Sucks to Be You.
Sucks to Be You and Unlucky Lottery. People get confused a lot. It's a very fine line. Unlucky Lottery is when you're driving with your family down the thruway, and a rock that has been perched on top, perhaps that same rock had looked over a valley of dinosaurs. It had been there so long, but chose, when you and your family were driving, to tumble down and kill yous all. Just sitting there. That's Unlucky Lottery because the odds of it happening, astronomical, but it happened. And why couldn't you have won the lottery instead of being crushed?
You have a better chance of broadcasting to 73 million men
than getting crushed by a giant boulder.
In
New York alone.
They drive in and listen.
Right, that's what they've been doing.
And then Sucks to Be You. It's kind of similar.
It's similar. It's almost an Unlucky Lottery, but the odds of it happening aren't that astronomical. It just sucks that this happened to you.
Yeah, I'm fascinated on how people's lives end.
Yeah.
You know, you think about some of these people, and they had a wonderful life, married for many, many years, raised kids and grandchildren, and then it just ends in some horrific way.
The sorriest ones are the old World War II vets. A guy that might have been, the pilot of a P-51 Mustang diving in on some Germans or something. And there he is on his little rascal at an old folks' home. Help me! Help! It's just sad.
Or in the tub or something.
Yeah, life just stinks. Old graham cracker hip slips and falls, and that's it. It's over, Johnny.
Well, you ready for this one?
Old pretzel stick leg.
Didn't Truman Capote die of opening a medicine bottle, and he popped the lid down his throat
and choked?
Choked.
Is that how he died?
If people could email in and confirm that story.
Wow, that's short. I better go to Snopes.com for that one. Get the rumor search.
I don't think that's what Truman Capote was popping down his throat.
Yeah.
Well, that's a definite no to the medicine bottle cap eating contest you were going to do next week.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I interrupt. What were you going to say?
All right, we're ready for this one. How many eggs is he up to, Than?
80.
What?
He's in a speed round here. He's trying to get it done.
80 what?
No, I'm sorry, 76.
Oh, boy, you're not going to make it, Pat.
Let me ask you.
You're not going to get another $1,000.
Wait.
Courtesy of Clerks 2, huh?
Not that much.
Well, we found out there's a couple that haven't been stored in the bucket to get you up to the original 96. So we're going to have to add a couple to the bucket.
Why don't you add them in there?
They're being cooked right now.
What, those?
Wait.
Oh, he'd never do it. Stop it now.
All those? How many are left in the bucket, Pat?
There's two,
Wait a minute.
Tip the bucket over.
6, 8, 9.
9.
I have an idea, though.
Yeah.
If he doesn't finish it here, why doesn't he finish it on the walkover? Because I think that we threw that last thing in last minute. That's the part he originally won the original contest.
That's true. It was just the bucket.
We did not give him enough
And that could be the grand finale. You get all the fans just cheering you on as you do your last 10.
As you walk
in the 100-degree weather here in New York City
block.
Like a Gallagher show.
A long city block in 95-degree heat.
And there's also the video of people walking by.
Yeah.
As we are taking the audio.
Well, Pat, try to finish before we get out of here, before we end the first half of the show. So here's a sucks to be you, Anthony. Woman dies in Long Island cesspool. She lived a great life, married, and kids and grandchildren.
Inside joke for you Long Islanders. On Long Island cesspool. Wine dance.
I don't know what that is.
Look at all the Long Islanders laughing. Just pick the worst town in your city. Same thing.
It's where the coloreds live.
Jesus, Opie. It's a diverse neighborhood that just seems to have the highest crime rate on Long Island.
They love their drive-by shootings.
I was driving quickly. I know we don't have much time, but I was driving home from one of Opie's shows at BAB when I was just doing
first started working together
on his show. And I used to drive my work van through Wyandanch. It was a shortcut. One time, gunfire erupted. Yeah, down Straight Path. Gunfire erupted. I had to hit the floor and drive. I couldn't see. I was just kind of peeking my head up, and gunfire is going all over. And all I could think is, my bosses are going to fire me if they find bullet holes in my work van that I'm not supposed to have out.
True story.
Yeah, gunfire just used to erupt in Wyandanch.
I would take that way to work all the time because it was the shortest way, and traffic would be stopped for the most bizarre things all the time, mostly gang violence.
And you do it because
and
it was
you would
the
get out of your car
way.
and you'd go, "What's going on?" A little gang violence should be cleared up in a few minutes.
You go, "I'm a little late. I should really."
You don't hear that during the traffic reports.
No.
You tune in 10-10 wins.
You should go around Wyandanch.
Slow down on the floor.
But you always felt like you were late, so you had to take the shortcut, and you felt like American Werewolf in London. Stay on the roads. Stay off the moors.
It was so much shorter to go right through the ghetto. It was just so much shorter.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, woman dies in Long Island cesspool. She lived a great life, and this is how it ends. The body of a 76-year-old widow was found floating in a 6-foot deep cesspool that had collapsed in front of her Huntington, Long Island house.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth apparently stumbled into the cesspool.
Ruth. Oopsie.
Ruth apparently
daisy
stumbled
stupid Ruth
into the cesspool about 5 feet from her front door.
Wow.
Police were called after her cleaning woman noticed the front door ajar.
Oh, no.
And Ruth's stupid feet sticking out of a cesspool. What a way
Why
to
didn't
go.
she take care of the cesspool before?
Yeah.
Have it filled. Or...
The door was ajar?
Not walk into... Oh, don't even. I will hit you in the stomach to make you vomit if you go with that old gag.
I don't understand how he vomited, what, 10 minutes ago now?
Yeah, about 15. Oh, yeah, whatever.
And he's just been powering through the egg?
Yeah,
he's no nausea at all.
He's an animal.
It's called
He's a savage animal.
Savage animal. Rock and roll is a savage animal.
We're savage animals. All right. Suffolk homicide detective Sergeant John blah blah described the death as a... That's a cesspool?
Yeah, when you're that old, it is.
Oh, my God. You turn into a bird. Suffolk homicide detective Sergeant John, name I can't pronounce, described the death as a tragic.
Yeah, tragedy.
As a tragic accident.
Hilarious accident.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is some way to go. You live your life, you never think it's going to be falling in a cesspool.
No.
When she's laying in the casket, nobody wants to lean in and kiss her forehead. They should wave at her.
Flies.
This funeral stinks.
Circling.
Yeah, somebody just brought this to my attention. It sucked when you got stuck at the railroad tracks on Straight Path Road.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, not only was it a road through gunfire and ghetto, but they put a railroad crossing in the middle of it as a joke.
Just to make it more interesting for everybody
So you'd
involved.
be driving and you'd hear ding, 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 and the gates would come down and you would hit. It was like a scene out of Bullet.
Yeah.
You would have to just hit your gas because if you stopped at the tracks, you were done for.
You would definitely weigh your odds.
Yeah.
Do I go for
hit by
it,
a train,
or do I wait?
Or stop here in Wyandanch
and see what happens?
And really, the train option was viable. You didn't
Hey,
want to do that. And Capote died of liver disease complicated by phlebitis and multiple drug intoxication. Nothing about a lid up his...
So maybe he swallowed the whole bottle of
Yeah,
medication.
maybe he was taking the medicine.
Could have been something else he was swallowing, but
well,
I don't know.
Hey, Jim in Deer Park.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Jim,
I'll just
how
make
you
up
doing, guys?
stuff.
Jill, what? You got a mic.
Jim?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Wyandanch. They have a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it closed down about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably the only Kentucky Fried Chicken in all of, I guess, Long Island. It's actually shut down, and it's in the middle of Wyandanch.
It had to shut down.
Bad. I mean, that's how bad Wyandanch actually is.
Yeah, there was a whole strip mall over there of stores that were just closed down all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, boarded up.
Can you imagine shutting down a KFC in a ghetto? Because the ghetto is that bad. They said, "Screw it, we don't need the business." That
And it's called
that bad.
Wine Dancer.
Wine Danch.
Wyandanch.
Wyandanch.
Danch.
Yeah, I don't know how
What
to
does that
spell.
mean?
Named after some Indian tribe. Yes, the Wyandanch. Everything on Long Island is named after like an Indian tribe. So
okay.
Dan, what are we up to?
Like Patchogue, things like that.
81 eggs.
81?
And he just put in an 82nd to look tough.
It's not working.
Tomorrow on the program, Kevin Smith from Clerks 2. Hey,
Mickey Spillane died too, famous writer. Did you hear about that one?
You know how he
I heard
died.
a penny fell off of the Empire State Building and went through his head. Joel.
Yes, that's right. And he had liver disease. It went right to his liver. It went through his shoulder, through the head, in just boom.
He just Mickey Spillane.
Hey,
you are a complete ass.
He is just eating hard-boiled eggs.
He's quick.
Yeah.
But his material sucks. I love it.
Hey, do we have time for a little news improv? We did the news teasers. We
I
should do
love
some news improv as well. I think we could get this in before we get out of here.
Might as well do the whole news gamut
Should
here
explain
today.
this to Joel as well.
Whenever they leave the teleprompters, the newscasters, and have the banter between each other, which it seems the networks and everybody want more of, it's, I almost used the word, a disaster, a complete disaster.
Yes.
And for them to try to bring it back to the teleprompters, even more of a disaster. We love it, though.
Yeah.
Cringe.
And our
TV.
listeners from all over the country are sending these in, and we appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Send them to Danny at FoundryMusic.com, FOUNDRY music.com. Danny at FoundryMusic.com.
Along with male porno.
Yes. Yeah, here's the
'Cause
first
he likes
one.
that.
What?
We got an O and A
Did you say
pass.
male porno?
Yeah, male porno. He likes that too for some reason.
Danny prefers them
Danny.
unclipped.
He's right.
This guy, he's an O&A pass from Houston. He sends in news improv from Houston all the time. So here's another one from NBC2
Pat, how you
in
doing?
Houston.
Hold on, Pat.
Pat?
Oh,
Here we go.
Not so good.
Jeez, don't point it at me.
Uh-oh. Are you getting up?
I'm going to scream.
Oh, no, he threw the egg. He threw the egg.
Oh, boy, he's getting up again.
A little more water.
The news improv is going to have to wait. He's making egg salad. Look at that.
You throw some dill and mustard in there.
New from Popeil. The salad shooter.
There's something so intimate about the quietness of it all.
Yeah.
It's just,
Oh, God, it's on his lips. The egg salad shooter from Ron Popeil. Shaped like Uncle Fester. Why?
his body is just saying,
it's rejecting
Stop
this.
this.
His body says no.
Stop eating.
How you doing, big
When
boy?
I say go, go, go.
And there he goes. He's back
no.
making
Another
hard-boiled eggs.
You'll finish them on the walkover. Uh-oh.
Oh, here he goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, that was a big, like...
That was cottage cheese.
That was a mass. I can't watch it. I can't even watch it on the Pal Talk camera.
Look at Sam trying to film the thing. He's videotaping. He's closing his eyes and just hoping he's got the shot.
Good boy, Pat.
Good boy, Pat. How many eggs has Pat eaten?
Speaking of what's coming out of his mouth, watch the soup.
Yes. This reminds me, of course, the soup. Fridays at 10 on E.
With Joel McHale.
Yeah.
What's up there, Than?
Well, if we count the last one, which he really only had in his mouth.
That's all right.
for a
He
sec.
puked it.
Well, it was in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got to give him one. I mean, come on.
There goes. He's just finished the bucket of 86.
Oh, could I do a little homage to your program?
Yeah.
So eggy.
Exactly.
Oh, did you hear that? Exactly.
And
Exactly.
the other 10 you'll eat on
He's
the
like
walk home.
Egghead from Batman. He's pulling out all the stupid Egghead from Batman jokes.
No,
exactly.
He should keep eating. Because then there's a long break in between this show and the next show. See how many he could eat in the next 4 minutes there, Pat. Here's the news improv as Pat goes back to the hard-boiled eggs from NBC2 in Houston.
It's about 5:49 now this morning. Another group of teens are going to get a big thrill today. Musician George Clinton, known as the forefather of funk, is coming to Houston to personally autograph their art car. There we go. The Waltrip High School student says Clinton inspired them to build the Atomic Dog. Wow. Their car actually won the Viewer's Choice Award during KPRC Local 2's broadcast of last month's Art Car Parade. I'm not sure exactly which car it was in all that video, but I was there.
There were a lot of them. Yeah.
It's amazing.
You and Owen and Byron had a part in that.
Byron was running around.
Lucy Collins. The bigger the headache, the bigger the pill, my darling. That's when you used to work with George Clinton. The bigger the headache, the bigger the pill, my darling. Fries go with that shake. That's what they say.
Learn something every day.
That's what George Clinton likes to say. The fries with those shakes. I don't know. I worked at McDonald's and I said, no fries with your shake.
Supersize.
Supersize you. Let's go outside and see what it looks like. 78, guys? What do you think?
Warm already.
Jeez. What? Oh, no, that's
That's the kind of a wreck that was.
Yeah.
Anthrax in the vents.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, if we go fast, we get one more in here. It's also from NBC2 in Houston. They do their Yogi Bear impression.
Pat, what'd you say?
What, Pat?
These new eggs are well done. Like I said before, green and sulfury.
How much time we got left in the program?
I might vomit myself.
Yeah, it is really hard to watch.
All right, 2 minutes. If we hit play here, we can get it in.
Let her rip.
It's 5:48 right now. Police in a small Virginia town had their hands full with a 5-hour chase.
They weren't going after a car, not even a criminal. Instead, going to catch a bear.
Oh.
The animal was wandering around downtown Roanoke yesterday. That must have been a sign.
goodness.
Oh, there he gets dragged off. Eventually, animal workers surrounded it outside of a church. They shot it with a tranquilizer gun and took their suspect into custody, took him back out to the woods where he belongs.
Suspected of stealing picnic baskets.
Yeah, exactly. Well, high school seniors don't usually have perfect attendance.
Did you? I know, I don't think I did. Many call it senioritis. One New Mexico student has proof going to class pays off, though. Yesterday, she entered a raffle with 12 other students with perfect attendance. To her surprise, she won. A pre-owned car from a local dealership. That's what you get for going to school.
That's a good incentive. I think even I would have gone every day for that.
Oh, that's funny.
To be able to win a car.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's not
I never missed class in college.
No, never.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah, right.
No, I really didn't.
And he's stuck on
I really
Yogi
didn't.
over there, isn't he? Hey, boo-boo.
That bear looked like he had a rough ride back into the woods, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't get a picnic basket either.
No.
Let's show you what's
Oh, my
happening
God.
at this
Enough
hour.
about the picnic basket.
Nice Tuesday, right?
Enough
I'm
about the
gonna put
moose.
It's a 45. It's a World War II issue 45 in my mouth, and I'm going to pull the trigger back, and let's just see what happens, guys. All right.
That's improv I want to hear.
You're kidding. You're going to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's going to be right after we hear about the perfect attendance record. I'm going to blow my brains out against the wall back here.
I think it continues.
No way.
Nice Tuesday, right?
So far.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Gee, Yogi.
What did you say?
Sorry.
Let's go outside and see what the temperature is. Are you still doing yogi over there?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Lauren.
Unbearable.
Oh, that's a good one. Lauren. 71 is the temperature for the greater Houston area, and then the live Dopplers are next stop.
I think I'm in love.
With Pat from Moonachie.
It's unbearable.
All right. That's our music. We got to get out of here. Joel McHale, thank you so much.
Thank you for the vomit.
You're coming over to XM with us?
Yeah.
He'll
I
do the
can't wait
walk
for the
over and
walk.
everything.
Yep. The walk's going to be great.
Pat from Moonachie will be walking with us and puking as he goes as well. Kevin Smith tomorrow from Clerks 2.
Great.
More info on the Traveling Virus tour coming to Cleveland.
More vomit.
More vomit. Who knows? Thanks for listening, guys. If you're not going to join us at XM.
See you tomorrow.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202. The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
Ah, yes. Outside Free FM with Pat from Moonachie, still eating out of a bucket. Joel McHale from the Soup.
Yeah, and it's like 90 degrees out already.
Stalker Patty looking deranged today for some reason.
Patty, what did you put? Axle grease in your hair?
It's so great you guys have stalkers.
Yeah.
This is a real stalker. I'm serious.
Patty, what's in your hair?
What do you mean, what's in my hair? I put baby oil in it when I washed it last night. So I did something different.
You try to do something different, so you put baby oil in your hair. And did you wash it out this morning?
I washed it out when I put it in my hair, like I do with my shampoo and conditioner.
But that doesn't come out.
It looks awful.
Oh my God, it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Your hair is a greasy...
Thank you. I'll try a different idea.
Wait. It's greasy on top.
Yeah.
And then it's frizzy at the bottom.
Who gave you this idea?
Yeah, where did you get this stupid idea?
I made it up. I'm trying different things.
She was trying to look gelled and sexy, like that gel look.
Different thing. Don't you know baby oil in the hair just makes your hair look greasy?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, now I know.
Your new hairdo is a disaster.
Wow.
Have you tried egg in your hair?
Yeah, maybe some fresh...
No, I did try to wash it with milk once because I heard that had properties in it that was good, but...
Properties,
I don't want to
no properties that are going to help you.
And I don't want to use beer like they all recommend because then I'll smell like it. I don't like that at all.
I'm amazed.
You wash it out.
I'm amazed that you threw baby oil in your hair. It looks awful. It looks so greasy.
Your forehead's all greasy from the oil scraping on it.
Yeah, look at your forehead's all greasy, too.
And you know, baby oil in the sun is going to give you a horrendous sunburn.
Well, I wash my hair every day, so I'll take it out tonight when I take my shower again.
Yeah, you're going to have to wash it with, like, acetone. I don't think shampoo is really going to... And while you do that with acetone, smoke.
No, I don't. Thank you, Anthony. Good beauty
recommending
tips
it
from you.
All right, Patty. By the way, she's a 51-year-old virgin. She's never been with a man.
That's great.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
She's saving herself.
Good. Have you met Pat?
Know what I love? Know what I love? Joel McHale was not even fazed by that.
No. It made perfect sense. Why wouldn't she be a 51-year-old virgin?
You should save yourself. That's good. I agree.
Well, no, for all kinds of reasons, lack of opportunity, moral reasons. I don't play around.
Good.
Play with people's feelings when you do
We've
that.
said it before, play with people's feelings. You know who you're going to be saving it for? And Jimmy mentioned it. No, the undertaker at the funeral home. You're going to be laying there on a slab, and some man is going to fuck you.
One last fling before I go.
Yeah, we're free to curse, Joel. Let him fly.
Necrophilia's open season. We can do
Let him fly.
Absolutely. Let's say hi to Pat. So, Pat, how you doing over here?
Oh, wonderful.
How many eggs? Man, they really smell bad in this heat.
Yeah, it is
the hard-boiled eggs,
not the eggs.
90 degrees.
How much they look like tumors.
Oh, that one didn't peel quite right, did it?
Than is just following them and keeping count. Than, how many?
94.
94 eggs?
We'll stop at 100.
Oh, it stinks out here.
Tom, can we give him another $1,000? Thumbs up on the $1,000? Yeah, we'll give Pat another $1,000 if he makes it to 100. All right, let's start the walk. It really stinks.
Let's mosey. Keep him downwind.
Oh, God, does that stink.
I almost puked smelling those eggs. A bucket of eggs.
Take it easy, Tom.
Get them off.
All right.
We gotta keep microphones by Pat.
Yeah, because if he whoops all over the sidewalk,
he will.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Pat, get in the front of this entourage here.
I've done like
leading the way.
4 nausea inventories of my own stomach. You know how you go like, wait, what's going on with me right now?
Yeah, stink. I'm not feeling quite right.
Seems
oh, those eggs stink.
I'm glad he's behind us.
Yeah, I don't want really any part of the smell or the sight. It's that whole chain reaction thing you get with vomit.
Yeah.
One person does it, and then the next.
You should have had him also drinking sangria.
Oh, that would have helped, because nothing better than a good wine smell, a cheap red wine smell in with the egg.
Anthony, I got an update back here. Pat, how you feeling?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't want...
Use the curb, dude.
No, don't use the curb on the sidewalk.
No. Oh, my...
Do you want to put the bucket down and see what happens?
Oh, no.
How about at the corner? At the corner.
No, just a little. Got a little tickle in my throat.
Hey, Dan, how many is he up to?
Hey,
95 eggs.
Pat, we're walking right by a sushi bar here.
Hey, there you go.
You want some sashimi or some uni, possibly?
Get some sea urchin.
How about some fish eggs?
He's having a tough time. Hey, Anthony, just a reminder, tomorrow it's Jimmy's birthday. Jimmy Norton's real birthday tomorrow.
Real birthday.
During the walkover, whoever joins us will win they'll get a Jimmy Day t-shirt for free, all right?
Ooh.
I feel like if I talk too much, I'm going to vomit.
Yeah. It's
not in the garbage can,
Pat.
The garbage can is overflowing.
No, not in the mailbox.
No, don't. You'll be arrested.
Puking on the mail is a federal offense.
There's a storm drain right there.
Yeah, storm drain.
All right, here. This is what we're going to do.
On the sidewalk.
This is what we're going to do.
On the sidewalk.
Homeless people shit there. Our friend can get ill.
Are you guys happy with what he's done so far?
Absolutely.
I can't look into that bucket.
How many?
95. This is 96 going away right now.
Pat, you want to go for 100?
Oh, all right.
All right, at 100, we'll...
I was going to say, I'm not happy with how many easy.
You got some confused ladies walking by you.
What's the matter, girls? Sorry, we're in the way. There you go. Just pay no attention.
They don't speak a word
Hi.
of English.
Hey, where you from? Yeah. Michigan. Never seen a...
Hold on. Let's get a mic on.
I'm not from Michigan.
No, he's not. Hi.
Hi.
And how many eggs has he eaten? You should try the eggs at Route 57. They're really good.
You mean right now?
Right now.
Pat, you want to go in there?
We got to catch this light. Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to miss a fat man vomiting.
73 million people listening, ma'am.
73 million.
And this is why right here.
Just men.
They can't get enough of this.
I think with Pat moving, his nausea has probably gone down a little bit.
You think gone down? Or I think the heat and the movement. Pat, is the heat and the movement of walking making you more or less nauseous?
I would say more.
He would say more.
When he talks to everyone, you can just see a world of processed egg in his mouth.
Oh, and look at the liquid. Oh, he just put another one in. This is horrific. I 99? Can't look. There's this liquidy, white, milky stuff coming out of the corners of his mouth.
You could do it. Swallow it.
This is for 100. He's got the 100th egg in his hand.
Oh, wow. There it is.
It's not going
100.
Yeah, it is. All right. Everyone, gather around. Everyone, gather around. Come and see the show.
Oh, no.
He's trying to drink the water.
Hold on, Pat. Hold on.
Shit.
We want to make sure
we got to get audio.
We want to make sure all the pedestrians get a chance to see Pat from Menaki. You want to see Pat from Menaki?
Yep,
He's
Pat's
about to puke up 100 hard-boiled eggs.
Joel McHale giving him another 100.
You just got another 100 from
That's
Joel.
nice.
Yes, very nice.
You can do it, Pat.
Come on, Pat. Chow down. Oh, he is heaving a little.
I think.
Chow down.
It's time to start.
Uh-oh.
Puke.
He's vomiting.
Puke.
At the corner of 6th Avenue and 57, everyone.
Could he just...
He's puking on the corner, ladies and gentlemen. He's puking on the corner.
At least it's a nice day to stand and watch a man vomit.
All right, we'll try to get some audio here.
I say Pat should just spin in a circle.
Homeless people who will probably like a meal right now.
Yeah, why don't you go vomit onto one of them?
It smells.
We should have had him puke in front of our homeless friend across the street.
Yeah.
Don't tempt him.
Ooh, an egg.
Oh, no.
No, he's not.
Go for it.
No, all right. He's not that stupid. He almost ate the egg that was on the sidewalk.
Wow, 100 eggs.
That he puked up. What's up? What's up, guys? There you go. 73 million listeners.
There it is. All truck drivers.
Pat, any more puke in you?
I think it's staying down.
Wow.
All right, then let's continue walking.
All right.
Bring your bucket.
Eating.
Let's go.
You have to bring your own vomit bucket. I'm really glad he didn't
lose it.
Lose it all over the sidewalk.
Dude, I wanted
But
it
part
all
of me
over.
really wants him to
Could
have...
he have been arrested for that?
I don't know if there's a rule against vomiting on the
Puking?
sidewalk.
No way.
Public
Maybe
nonsense.
premeditated puking, but I think if it's spontaneous...
How could you
I
prove
mean,
that?
how could you blame it? Right.
Well,
And then how do you prove it?
The puking into the mailbox would have been a problem.
Yep.
As they said in Spinal Tap, you can't really dust for vomit.
All right, we're getting closer to XM here. It's a long walk
there.
today.
Well, that's good.
I'm sweating already.
Yeah, it is really blazing today.
I need to get back to Los Angeles and cool off. It's
what they call a dry heat out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dry and everything's on
We
fire.
and everything's burning. We get the humidity. He seems to be all right. I am a little disappointed.
I say he spins in a circle until he vomits.
Yeah,
jumping jacks.
It's interesting that he's able to keep... I wonder how many actual eggs are in his stomach right now, because he has puked a number of times.
That's true, too. If he puked up like 95 eggs, then he's only got 5 eggs in
Yeah,
him.
so he could keep going all day. It's like that cyclical breathing that Kenny G can do.
That is really sad to know.
Doesn't he have the longest, most boring note in saxophone history?
Yes, he does.
15 minutes or something?
That's something you want to be known for, having the longest of, is a note.
What's wrong with Patty today?
Ooh.
She's got...
I saw her
greasy
looking
hair.
pretty ill.
She looks deranged today. Are you on medication?
No. Why? I just woke up about 20 minutes ago and rushed here.
That's great.
That's what I look like when I just wake up within the first hour or so.
She's got the hair of Jerry Lewis and the body of E.T.
Did you plan on what you were going to do to your hair this morning or
Yeah,
last
I
night,
did.
or was it just kind of spontaneous?
No, I planned it, but I woke up late.
So you didn't have time to completely cover your hair in baby oil?
Well, I just brushed over.
Yeah.
All right, Pat, anything going on?
No,
He seems really
I'm getting my
calm.
second win. I'm going for some eggs right now.
You want to spin around in circles or something? See what happens?
Oh, no. I'm steering clear.
All right, everyone's backing up a little bit. Pat from Menaki is just kind of spinning around in circles.
NASA needs to study him.
Why are you holding the bucket, Pat? Why don't you put the bucket down?
No,
I don't want it.
Keep the bucket away. I like how the police officers are joining the fun. I guess we'll find out if it's illegal or not.
We'll find out if he gets
Right.
arrested.
I say keep
I
going.
feel better now.
Jeez, this is amazing.
It doesn't even affect him.
That's not very entertaining, but
He's not
I feel
human.
better.
He's not human.
All right, he's. You want to try to find an egg in there?
You know, he does feel better, but the bad puns have stopped.
Yeah.
He's looking for an egg in there that he could possibly eat. Among
his
the
comedy.
among the
He's
puke.
lost his comedy chops.
Yeah, he's lost.
He's pushing the puke away to try to find an egg he could eat.
Oh, God,
That one looks all right there. There you go.
No, not,
There you
not
go.
an egg out of the
Rifle
puke
through
bucket.
vomit
There
to
you
find an
go.
egg.
Not an egg out of the puke bucket. All right.
What a repulsive
an
show
all-time
this is.
low.
Ironic that we're right near the poster of Lady in the Water, because I think that
Oh,
will be
and these are the fresh,
soon in
warm
Pat's
ones.
future.
Oh. Awful. And,
Like
yeah,
water to wash it down.
the water really helps.
Help me to get it down, get it up.
What?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Sure, it doesn't matter either.
I'm thinking about getting it up.
All right, should we go into XM?
Yeah, let's,
All right, Pat, come on upstairs
I wish
with us.
if you
this
could vomit
segment.
on if you would vomit on the cop, dude, it would be
yeah,
great
vomit all over the
radio.
police officer.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Yes, the Majesty. And what a great way to promote my super ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I think
Right behind it.
my
The
limit of
vomiting
eggs
fat
today.
guy.
Any final words, Pat?
My dignity is in the bottom of this bucket. That's all I have to say.
All right, with that, we continue on Tech Sound.
Wow.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202.
Opie and Anthony.
Most
people come to St. Patrick's Cathedral to pray. One couple allegedly came to the New York City landmark to have sex. Good morning!
Based on a dare from radio hosts here in New York.
Hello.
They fired these two guys for orchestrating an obscene stunt in New York's most famous Catholic cathedral.
Shock jocks Opie and Anthony had encouraged the couple to have sex at locations where a producer was waiting to call in the play-by-play.
Opie and Anthony were fired and their nationally syndicated show canceled.
Did these shock jocks simply go too far? When they crossed the line?
This is outrageous.
Oh, dear.
What are you, stupid? Huh? Just when everything was going good.
Greg Opie Hughes.
I like jam bags on the tool.
And Anthony Cumia.
I'm hoping for a big, fiery rear ender.
Broadcast an outrageous live account of a couple allegedly having sex right in New York St. Patrick's Cathedral on a holy day of obligation.
Presided over the slaughter of a wild pig. Closed down San Francisco's Bay Bridge. Encouraged teenage girls to run naked. And invited listeners to compare the taste of eggnog and urine.
You're screwing everything up.
Shock jocks.
Not only does it involve obscenity in the most extreme form, the nerve of these people to actually have it as a setup.
No crap, Sherlock. Die.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Elevators took forever today. Welcome to the second half of the Opie and Anthony Show, exclusively on XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah, the elevators took a while. Talking. Vomiting. Yapping up. Yeah. Trying not to get hit with vomit. Wow, not many dumps today. I was a little nervous. About the vomiting stuff because I know that bodily fluids on regular radio are a no-no, but apparently, as per Al Dukes, the expert, it's only if it comes out your dick, your ass, or your pussy that there's a problem. Nose, ears, mouth, you could puke, you could eat someone's puke, you could puke in someone's mouth, but any talk of poo-poo or pee-pee, now there's an issue.
So you're saying that if right now I could pitch on real big terrestrial radio, right? Mm-hmm. A 4-hour vomiting show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just vomiting for hours.
And you know something? #1 rated, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet 75 million people would tune in on a daily basis to hear vomiting.
All right, I'm going to pitch it.
Yeah. Now someone's going to steal it.
Yeah, now someone's going to.
That's how this business works.
I've been pausing because I really do feel queasy. And when I talk, and then I realize, I'm feeling a little. It's bad.
Yeah, walking over and watching him talking and like that, the white stuff coming out of his mouth was just. Yeah, sorry, Joel.
I was more creeped out. I was more creeped out by Stalker Patty.
She had her greasy hair,
and her eyes were like pinwheels today.
Were they?
Anyone else notice that she looked really deranged?
She looked as atrocious as always.
You think she's on
fat stomach?
But she had some kind of crazed look in her eyes today.
What happened to her belly?
She's just awful.
She's a very interesting body.
Yeah, it's really like gravity. Like she took a vacation on Jupiter for a while and then came back.
She looks like a snake who's just eaten. Like the middle of her's all
a warthog.
That's exactly what it is.
You cut her open to find a warthog.
Is she there every morning?
Yeah, every morning. She's there. She's Stalker Patty. She's been stalking the show since we started in New York.
God, 98.
Oh my God, 57.
How does she work? Does she work? Does she have a job?
Yeah, she was homeless at one point. She lived in WNEW when we were working there under the stairs for a few days.
With her stuffed rabbit.
Yeah, a few people from other programs took her in for a few days. And then we tossed her money. We had like a little fundraiser for her and got her out of debt.
But she actually was living under the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she got a job at Godiva Chocolates. She had that a few years. She just got fired and got a job at Starbucks. So now she's got a job. She's got an apartment.
She's got a Pal Talk camera.
Yeah, pretty irresponsible with her money, though. Computer. Yeah. And then sometimes I take the jitney to Atlantic City because I like to play the slot machines. Hey, Brokey, could you just,
we just had a fundraiser for you.
Pay some,
got you out of debt.
Pay your food bill.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go to the phones and say hi to Chris in Philly. Chris, what's up?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey, we're having a good show today. Having fun.
Excellent. I don't know if you guys caught it yet. Last night...
AIDS?
On either
sorry.
Yeah,
but
Jimmy's
working on it.
I'm working on it.
Jimmy's working on it.
But
yeah, sir.
Stern was interviewed on the show, calling out Oprah, telling her that she's got to do more than a half-an-hour show to step up to his level, basically.
Oh, yeah?
Is she doing a radio
show? That's
Yeah.
basically it. I thought it was ironic because
deal.
it was up at his Hamptons estate or whatever.
It was a good-natured ribbing.
Actually, we did hear the audio, and it sounds like Howard was drunk when Extra was talking to him.
There definitely sounds. It sounds like he's been drinking something. He's a little. He doesn't sound like himself. He's
a little sloppy.
Yeah, and like a real ass, which kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking back years ago when it was kind of like, you'd listen to Howard and it was kind of cool and stuff, but I don't know. This is real bad. This is everything he used to goof on. He's in the Hamptons.
Well, he's hanging out in the Hamptons instead of doing his radio show. He took like 2.5 weeks off. He said he came back for the listeners, that he could have stayed out there longer.
Yeah.
Because he has that much vacation time.
Yeah.
But he hasn't told his listeners he's only coming back for 2 weeks and then taking the whole month of August off.
Yeah.
And Extra caught up with him and talked to him in his bimbo. And the audio is pretty interesting. It says a lot.
Yeah, listen, it
says a lot.
It's so Hampton-y, like celebrity kind of. That whole thing he used to goof on, which is a little weird and disturbing to hear.
Do you have it? Is it?
Yeah.
Of course we do. Why do you think we took that phone call, Joel?
Anybody from Tel Aviv calling in again?
Yeah, we need missile talk.
Don't want to tear down the seventh wall, but there you have it.
Seventh wall? This place
well,
looks
yeah,
insane.
All right, here it is.
Fun house.
Howard on Extra. From the Hamptons, of all places.
Extra TV. It's Howard Stern's Hot Summer Night in the Hamptons.
Extra, extra.
She is good. And only Extra got the king of all media and his gorgeous girlfriend, Beth Ostrowski, as they celebrated her 34th birthday, as well as Beth's beautiful cover shots for Jason Binns' Hamptons magazine.
Beth has become the queen of the Hamptons.
Stop it.
In fact, we went to a jewelry store. I tried to buy her a tiara.
All right. I ended up with this.
Yeah, so she got that. It was only $40 million. It was okay.
Douche chill.
But Is there more? Is there more? No?
No. Do I want a smoothie today? Smoothie. I want a bowl of cereal. Oof.
I kind of want egg whites.
After
no,
what we just
you don't.
You guys can order a smoothie?
You want a smoothie? Protein?
Yeah.
Protein smoothie?
Yeah, from where?
Banana, strawberries,
place.
low-fat milk, and protein powder?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
All those things.
You're a savage animal.
Savage animal.
Smoothies are savage animals. Only once in a while does a smoothie so rock and come along.
Gosh, that guy.
I'm really into it.
Yeah.
Who is he into it?
It's so weird to think, like, wow, incredible that grunge put that guy out of business.
That's a great point. All right, you want more audio?
Please.
Yeah. Howard being interviewed by Extra.
Howard and Beth have been dating for nearly 6 years.
We keep it alive by, we're very considerate of one another, and we actually enjoy each other's company.
Is anyone listening to this?
And wait a second, I'm going to throw up.
More people listening to this than listening to Howard's show.
That's serious.
I can guarantee you that.
73
He doesn't have
million.
73 million men like us.
In New York.
In New York alone.
We enjoy each other's company.
Is anyone listening to this?
And wait a second, I'm going to throw up.
Howard is Howard, and he's the biggest and the best. And
We go out with a really happy birthday, darling.
Sweet love.
You've changed my life. You've made me complete.
Oh, no.
Didn't we hear that once before?
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Didn't we hear that once before?
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Okay, terrific.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've got Allison.
Yeah.
Allison.
Yeah.
She's the best friend I could ever have.
Yeah, well.
Jesus.
That didn't last
What did
too long after the movie came out, huh?
Do we have any more of Beth?
Yeah.
Oh, let me hear some of that.
All right. All right, I'll just play this clip again, okay?
All right.
Howard and Beth have been dating for nearly 6 years.
We keep it alive by, we're very considerate of one another, and we actually enjoy each other's company.
Is anyone listening to this?
Wait a second, I'm going to throw up.
Howard is Howard, and he's the biggest and the best, and I'm happy
When
to
you go out with a really happy birthday, darling.
Sweet love.
You've changed my life. You've made me complete.
Goddamn rich cunt. I kill rich cunt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joel has left the building. He has to go tape the soup.
That is a famous clip from a famous movie.
It is.
Yes. That is
Back to the Future. That was right after. That was Doc.
Yeah.
Yelling at Marty for taking out the DeLorean.
You guys ready for this old gag?
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum from Death Wish, his first role.
Really?
Ever.
At his finest.
Beating up
Bronson's wife.
Bronson's wife in the apartment.
Goddamn rich cunt. I kill rich cunt.
Hitting her with a blackjack in the face.
Was that before he was in Annie Hall?
Yeah.
For that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like his first role ever. He didn't even get like a name. It was like Thug #1 or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do this old gag.
We used that clip a few times if you've noticed.
Yeah, Kimsey, South Carolina.
Hey, man, I just wanted to point out
Wait. Your name's Kimsey?
He's in Tel Aviv.
We thought you were a girl.
We thought you were a girl.
No.
All right.
I just got girl parts.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to point out the fact that if Howard hadn't left, you guys wouldn't have the job with CBS.
Really?
I mean, you suck.
Yeah, we suck. Anything else? Yeah. Didn't you hear our show today? We're broadcasting to 73 million men in the New York area.
How could we suck?
How could we suck?
With 73 million men listening.
Not to be confident. Are you a fan, boy with a girl's name, of Howard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why are you listening to us at all?
Yeah, he's still on.
I'm asking you honestly.
He's still on. Go.
Honestly?
Yeah.
I have Sirius and I have XM.
Why?
So they don't take a...
What's wrong with you?
Wait, if you think we suck, why are you listening?
What's wrong
That's
with you?
the question. Because the people that think we really suck, they're not listening. We know that.
I don't get it.
People that actually think we suck, we're not talking to them right now.
Okay.
Especially on XM.
Yeah, especially on XM. You got to pay to get it.
I can almost go with it if we're on commercial radio where people kind of stumble on the show, it's free radio, and they're flipping around the dial. But on XM especially, there's not many people we're talking to that hate us.
So I had to keep it for Ron and Fez.
But you're listening to us. You say we suck, so why are you listening?
Yeah.
Solve this mystery.
I have Sirius in 2 vehicles.
You're not answering the question. Why aren't you listening to some music? Why can't you do something else during this time, like maybe go legally change your name to a man's moniker?
Well, I have to listen to you.
Why?
Just to get pissed. You know the shows that you listen to just to get pissed?
No, never.
All right. I can actually accept that. And you know something? That's just as good as someone that likes us, is to have somebody that we upset so much with our suckiness that they listen, and I feel compelled to listen, because it has nothing to do with if you like us or hate us, as long as you're listening.
Exactly, and the greatest part about your show is that you let me on the air to say it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
anyway, you guys are great.
So your pants.
You turned him. Now you guys are great.
We turned him. You turned him.
Hate that.
No,
I want to lob a few more missiles at him.
Honestly, I like both of you. I like you guys. I like Howard. I listen to both of you. But
you're not allowed to like Howard anymore.
Dude, what do you think about that Hampton stuff, though? Isn't that kind of like what he used to goof on?
I don't think so.
It is.
Shut up, I said it. Always been that way.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
You're probably right. So then you're saying that the regular guy thing that he did years ago and goofing on people that hung out in the Hamptons with celebrities was all an act?
I never really heard
Answer the question, sir.
I never really heard it. Howard is one of those people that you couldn't just come up and have a conversation with him like Opie and Anthony.
Well, you try to have a conversation with me, Buster.
I tried to, and then a guy puked eggs on me.
Right, someone puked eggs all over you.
Yeah,
love your show, and Ron and Fez are awesome.
We don't like Ron and Fez at all.
No, we hate Ron and Fez.
Okay, I hate them too. Those guys suck so bad. Now you guys,
we're easily swayed.
Wow. Must be a bitch in the jury room.
What's your stance on?
Right.
Yeah, I guess he's right.
Try him.
What's your stance
Let him go.
What's your stance on hard-boiled eggs? Love them or hate them?
Well, I don't think you should let him throw up. I mean, in the Cool Hand Luke movie, one of the rules was he couldn't throw up. I think you should have put something in his throat so he couldn't throw up.
Yeah, but that would be ripping off Cool Hand Luke.
You're right.
I mean,
you got me.
Off.
He should be able to vomit.
Thank you, Kimsey.
Thanks.
I think it's more of a challenge to continue to eat after you vomited.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. People are like, oh, he puked. How many times have you puked and then gone, all right, get me back to the table,
and just picked up another egg?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
You're right. It is harder to eat after you've puked.
Yeah. You ready for more douche chills from Howard?
Please.
All right.
We couldn't resist getting Howard's take on the headlines.
That's going to make it on Extra.
First, Oprah going to a Sirius satellite radio rival, XM.
Oprah Winfrey, I'm calling you out, baby. Come on.
Love Oprah.
You got to do more than a half-hour week, honey.
Why?
Okay, he sounds drunk.
He sounds a little tipsy.
A little tipsy on
Now, why do you guys... I think it's great that he can vacation.
Well, we think it's awful that he takes so many vacations.
Oh.
Okay. Then it's awful.
You're right.
Easily swayed guy.
It's terribly off. But then again...
if he needs the time...
then I'm all for it.
He just sounds a little tipsy.
He's on the Hamptons. You're partying with
and his listeners don't get to...
Have you guys been to the Hamptons?
Never. A few times, yeah.
Anytime I go to the Hamptons, it's never like the Hamptons that they report or talk about or show on Extra or any other show. It's like some shithole bar with some local band playing and like just drunk white kids probably dropping roofies in drunk girls' drinks.
Right.
Like, that's the type of place I end up in.
Yeah.
The Bordy Barn.
We're not hanging out with Billy Joel and having cocktails.
No.
And then he offers you a ride home.
The horror.
That's when the fun
That's my
begins.
house. Oh, no. And then,
I figured I'd drop you in the living room.
Drop you right off.
I can't get the door open.
I'm that nice of a guy. Hey, here's more Howard from the Hamptons. From Extra. Doing some of the headlines because he's not doing it on his radio show.
She's a nice woman. Network News is pretty well dead.
Katie
I was trying to get her to be the anchor woman for Howard 100 News, but it didn't work out.
Who was he trying to...
That's funny. I'm funny.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Mom! I'm not going to lower it. I have to do this now.
Yeah.
Did you see that jerk? Stop whining.
And finally...
This sucks.
Let's go to Victor in Baltimore. Victor!
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, Victor.
You guys do, and you said it best just now, stop whining. You guys do, you've done a half hour of whining about Howard Stern. I understand that.
Well, we like to keep it kind of honest here. It's about 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes.
And is it whining about him, or is it just playing some clips of him maybe a little intoxicated, sounding a little drunk in the Hamptons,
bombing horribly on Extra?
It was important enough to make Extra, sir. Why can't we report on it?
Not to mention the 3 hours of vomiting eggs.
That's right.
Well,
and we haven't talked about Howie in a while now. Maybe I think over a week actually. So, anything else, Victor? Because we don't really give a shit what you think. I didn't think so. Matt in Illinois.
Yeah. Listen, the only reason I am listening to you guys' sucky ass show, one is my friend listens to it, and I got to listen to it, this crap while I'm with him.
God, I know.
You have to. Yeah, of course.
When you have to.
God, obviously you wear the skirt in the relationship.
Yeah,
you listen to what he wants to while you blow him on the way to work.
Tell your boyfriend to turn the fucking station.
Exactly. Yeah, don't be a faggot. Tell him you don't want to listen anymore and then pick something else.
Well, actually, it's his car, his radio, and I can't really do shit about it. But
of course not.
Got a bash on Stern anyway. Seriously.
Because it's a lot
come on.
Because it's a lot of fun. How's that?
Well,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun to hear this dope in the Hamptons, like living with multi-millionaires instead of doing a radio show.
Because for 4 years we had to sit there as he went to Mel Karmazin and made us shut up about him. So maybe we have to get it out of our system. Mr. Freedom of Speech was being a hypocrite.
I think you guys are just jealous of him. I think that's
why are we jealous? Really we're getting his radio stations.
Matt,
we have more listeners than he does.
Matt, you're calling me out. I gotta tell you something. I'm a multi-millionaire. Am I really jealous of anything? Are you?
I don't know, but I got you guys because I love your show and you didn't pick up on it. So anyway,
bastard! I hate when they love the show.
You, I got fuckers, and I got you too because I'm not a multi-millionaire.
Oh, thank you.
But wait a minute, you're.
I hate these people that agree.
I hate when they like us and then make believe they hate us. We like when they hate us. We need some All
right, here's the final Howard clip from the Hamptons. This one is really douche chilly.
I didn't want to say this is an exclusive for you. A Surrey cruise is actually Surrey Stern cruise. I impregnated her before I met Beth.
Yeah, the joke doesn't even make sense.
Let's dissect the joke.
Let's go inside the joke. So he impregnated Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
Before he met Beth, but he already admitted that him and Beth have been going out 6 years.
6 years, so it was a 6-year pregnancy.
Or that's a rhino.
Yeah, or I'll tell you the rhino or an elephant, something.
Or I'll tell you the true story.
Huh?
He wasn't on his show, where he can talk however he wants because he can say it's part of the show.
Right.
He's doing an interview with his balls in her fucking pocketbook.
Right.
And if he would have said, I had sex with her and it's my baby, he had to say 6 years ago before I met Beth, or Beth would have gotten pissed off because it's not part of the show. Guaranteed, this pussy-whipped asshole had to sit there and let her fondle his balls like Captain Queeg.
They sang songs about me like Old Yellowstone.
Old Yellowstone.
Very disloyal.
Oh, wow. I got to hear that again.
Yeah, we like doing this every so often.
This one was terrific.
It doesn't make sense.
I didn't want to say this is an exclusive for you.
Okay, hold on. Not even play it again. Play a piece of it again, and then again. I'm not even going to say this again. Listen to his voice.
Howard was always known as someone that was very articulate.
Yes.
On his show. You got to give him that much. He doesn't stumble and fumble like me.
Greg Opie Hughes.
All right, but you guys,
I'm not kidding.
You guys,
yeah. Is it really bad? Brutal.
Joel is admitting he's a good reader.
You got a gag reel or anything?
They
should do a show.
They compile. They have a bunch of them.
They would, like, your viewers and stuff, fans of the show would love that. I would love to see you guys fucking up,
swearing and going nuts because I can't read some sentence out loud.
I hate.
Can we have that? We would play.
I know. Oh God damn it!
Really?
I would love that.
We curse here.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
No, I'll have them.
Have Tom, right?
Tom, yes, Tom McNamara,
have Tom,
the big Tom.
Get us a reel of your bloopers, man. We'll play it and we'll push hard.
Tom has good. Have you ever seen Tom? Tom's bloopers are awesome as well.
Yeah.
Going years back.
Way back. This guy's been there forever. One thing I hate when I DVR the show, for some reason, it stops right before the last joke.
That's because does no longer has credits. If you notice, they barely show credits right in the beginning of every program.
Yeah.
Just barely kind of...
Like during the middle of the show, some of your credits of who gives you your clothes will come on or something.
Yeah, they have to give them credit. because if you have... And they notice that, get this, at the end of television shows, viewers leave.
They leave, yes.
So, to keep the viewers, there's no separation. It just goes, my show, right into Lisa Loeb.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you don't even know your show's over.
Yeah, and then you go, I didn't watch the Lisa Loeb show for 4 minutes.
So I'll see you saying something, and it'll be like, yeah, and that...
Gong.
It just clicks
and
to the screen, the little screen for the DVR. It's like, what was Joel going to say?
Hey, we should do that.
You want to just end the show like...
Just get right before a joke and then...
Yeah, like right now.
Go home.
Let's take a phone call from Mac in New York. Mac.
Hey, what's going on? You guys were talking about Howard Stern before.
We weren't.
First of all, it's Joe Mac. Listen, I don't understand. Before you guys came on, I used to listen to Howard. There was nothing else. I don't need to hear a 50-year-old man talk about his hard-on every time a girl comes in every day. And if you're listening to that, you're a faggot. To all the people listening to Howard Stern, you are gay. As gay as
the reviews are in.
Well, there's been rumors about... Well, that's for another show.
Jesus. What the hell are you implying?
Who? That's for another show. Still
another show.
Still collecting
the slander and libel show.
Still collecting the info. Let's just put it that way.
Wait.
Let's see. First time listener here.
Have you guys met him?
I did. Years and years ago. And then before I was in radio. When I was in construction.
And then he demanded that we never meet when we were working for the same company. Kind of like you and Ryan Seacrest, probably.
Yeah.
You got the same...
No one's allowed to have eye contact.
You got the same problem over there, I'm sure.
You have to look down.
Bow your heads! By the way, the abuse you give Ryan Seacrest, bravo, my friend. Bravo. Yes. Keep it up.
Well... Boy, he is a good sport about it, and we're amazingly allowed to do it. And he supposedly wants to be in a bit with us, but
really?
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Can't figure it out?
Well, his schedule is incredible.
Yeah. Well, a guy does
between American Top 40 and getting highlights, and it's a lot.
I love how he beats up Simon for being so harsh to the contestants on American Idol, and then he's the one on stage trying everything he can to make the contestants cry. I think it's just terrific. He's just wonderful. I hate him.
He's a funny guy.
I think though his banter is pretty good on American Idol.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I enjoy his banter, Simon.
It's
wonderful.
Really, it's just,
All right, here's the joke again. This is just terrific stuff.
All right, listen for the slur.
No, it's wonderful. It's a hack joke that he has to tell the extra because he's not doing a radio show anymore. And you get to enjoy some Howie math as well. There's some Howie math in here.
I didn't want to say this is an exclusive for you. A Surrey cruise is actually Surrey Stern cruise. I impregnated her before I met Beth.
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Homer rules. That's one of my favorites right there. Even the Benny Hill music can't make that funny.
People are saying it's hard to hear Joel.
Yeah, well,
either his mic
can you
is
hear me
enough,
now?
or he's not on the mic enough.
That's exactly how it is on the Stoop as well.
Is it?
Well, when I feel like a joke isn't going well, I
now you're
just
blasting
kind of,
people out.
It's the Pat from Unaki, who, by the way, is asleep.
Or dead. It's a coma.
Or dead.
Yeah, right now he's had to shut down different parts of his body to begin the process of digestion.
Just those breaker switches in his head going off. All unnecessary systems shut down.
We shouldn't have woke him. He was just dreaming about running into Dad's arms and hearing "I love you." They're on the beach. The arms are open, and he's running. Little Patty running to get a hug from a dad who loves him.
He gets more nauseous and more nauseous.
And Dad turns into an egg.
Yeah.
Hey, does anyone know?
Jumps down Pat's throat and he throws it up alone again.
Does anyone know who's working for the show today?
I'm not sure why.
Because it would be nice to maybe get a mic on him, but I don't know why I have to.
I'm Pat.
Kind of bring that to.
Is anyone working for the show today?
I know I am.
No, I know Than is.
Yep.
Travis is.
We're here.
Derek is.
What's with the giant boxes in here?
I don't know.
I hope it's not stuff that's coming in. I hope it's stuff that's going out.
Nope.
What is it?
They're going to be redoing the ceiling of the studio with mirrored tiles.
Why? This is a great...
Because they're trying to make the place look bigger because we need a bigger studio.
Okay, here's the deal. You saw the luxury accommodations we get over at CBS.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They built
huge
that for
studio.
us, Joel.
Huge studio. Yeah.
I like all the palm trees.
It's wonderful. And now, what does XM do to try to make up for it? The parent that doesn't quite have the gumption of CBS and maybe the finances.
I think
they put mirrored tiles in so the place looks bigger.
I think we know who got all the money in the divorce settlement.
Yeah.
Not much money over here, but they're going to try to make it look like they have some.
No.
Because they got to keep us happy as well. So mirrors make...
What is mirrored ceiling going to do?
It's going to make the place feel bigger. And then we'll stop bitching about taking this wall down and making the place bigger.
It's going to want to make Jimmy lay down here and jerk off into it.
Dance, wink at myself.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. They just showed up a few weeks ago, and now they're finally starting to work on it.
No, I would think acoustically that's going to be a little fucked.
It's going to be very echoey.
Yeah.
Not in here, probably, but in there, right?
No.
Wait, no, they're putting them in here.
They're acoustic.
Why in here? I don't want to look.
Why would we want mirrors in here?
Maybe they're acoustic mirrors.
Acoustic mirrors. That defies logic.
That's going to make me nauseous.
Possible.
Acoustic mirror, my goodness.
Right. Hey, let's go outside the studio and check in with Pat from Monarch.
Pat, you were just asleep.
Yes, I was.
How are you feeling? Why doze?
Well, it was kind of nice and cool in the CBS studios. Then I walked outside, and it was like 90 degrees out, and those extra eggs that Ben bought were kind of warm.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling what they call after effects.
Do you feel like this always after the eating contests?
What's that?
After the eating... Yeah, don't get him headphones or anything.
Why would he have headphones?
After the eating contests, do you usually feel like this?
Yeah, sometimes. If you feel like
I miss my dad.
Yeah.
Did you vomit after the hot dog eating contest?
No. Those Nathan's hot dogs taste mighty fine.
Oh, he likes those.
And I digested every one of them.
They are good.
Hey, Pat, every son wants to play catch with their father.
Oh.
You didn't get that opportunity, unfortunately. Who did you get to play catch with growing up?
His stomach.
I found a wall, and I bounced the ball off the wall.
It is.
Then
so
the wall
sad.
collapsed. Even it rejected him. That's what the egg is. It's a softball, and his stomach is Dad's mitt.
God, there's some weird callers coming in. Let's go to Wyoming and say hi to Justin. Justin.
Hey, how you guys doing?
How you doing, Pete?
Hey, everybody that calls in and talks shit about you guys never has a valid point. And that's so irritating. But the point is, my point, when you guys have your free FM show, the energy that you guys come into the show with is completely different than the XM show. You guys have much more energy coming in from breaks and what have you.
Can I take down the 80-second wall?
Yeah, by this can I say the first obvious thing? By this point, we've done 4 hours of radio, first of all.
But then also, your voices sound different with the acoustic mirror.
That isn't even it. I'll explain to you what the deal is, and this is something that is legitimate. It's not. I'm not shitting you or anything.
We're gay.
The format of the CBS show with the commercial breaks that we have to take makes it where every break we have to go through it very quickly. It's got to be high energy, and we got to complete segments, because when the commercials start, it's just natural. People will tune away. So we have to finish things. We have to get to things quickly, work through them fast. That's why the energy level of the CBS show sounds, as Opie makes a cereal, sounds very fast-paced and high energy. The XM show is more long-form material.
Right.
We don't have to take breaks as often. We could be on the air for an hour straight without taking a break. So it's more longer form. We're not worrying about cutting off for a commercial. And we can do things like just talk about...
Where's my prize?
Have Opie eat cereal on the air.
Hang out and laugh.
Hang out, just giggle.
We give
play
you the
sound
same
effects.
quality.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is why it seems more high energy at the CBS show than it does here on the XM show. It is the same show, just with a different format, more of a longer form. If you will, think of it as a TV series that was good, that you enjoyed, and then taken to the big screen,
right?
And a movie made out of it.
All right.
You have to stretch things out. It's not as made up in a half hour. You're not finishing it.
Think of the Grateful Dead playing live.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. You're going to get a jam every so often.
You're going to get drums in space,
which equals
for 1 straight hour.
Drums in space is Opie eating his cereal
and a bunch of stinky hippies.
Right. Hairy, armpitted girls with dirty feet.
And I'm going to bring this right around. I think the XM show has gotten way better since we signed the deal with CBS. Thank you.
That is the reason.
Anything else?
Guys, I love the show.
Stone in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Dismissed.
Look, I'm giving y'all a try today.
Oh, no.
One of these fuckers. Yes, Stone. Let's
Go ahead, Stone in Cleveland. Go.
Let's hear the giving it a try speech.
Go, Stone, go.
Never heard this one.
I'm an avid Howard fan. I've been listening to Howard forever.
Have you?
You know, I watch his show on E, and here I am turning it to y'all to try and give y'all a try.
Right.
And I'm hearing more of Howard than I am of y'all.
Ain't it fun? So you must like the show. If you're a Howard fan, then you like hearing Howard.
Well, you know, I do. I love hearing Howard.
So then you must enjoy our show. If so much of it is just us playing Howard and talking about Howard, don't you like it?
Well, look, no, I'm just saying, look, what I've heard so far, Howard is far better than y'all. It's obvious that he's better because they gave him his own TV show.
Stone,
you guys too ugly?
Stone,
won't give you
you like you.
Too ugly for TV. I could have been a model, fuckface.
The devil.
Stone, you like us, don't
But I
you?
didn't want to be bored to death in that career. Thank you.
Are you Ramoning us?
You guys, this is the one day he's going to give you a try.
Stone likes us, by the way. He's another listener that... Stone.
I'm going to give you another try for this month.
He's a fan.
Here's something else we got to clear up. Remember yesterday we did our big Buffalo
I know.
break?
We did our big break because we're supposed to be on in Buffalo.
Thanks to Citadel and Fareed. Yeah. We did sign, and we're going to be doing mornings in Buffalo. We thought we started yesterday. Joe, what's the latest?
Well, I called into the Edge this morning. They're not confirming or denying anything.
Even though there's a press release out.
Nothing on their website. So what's the deal? When are you guys going to start?
Wait, why would we know?
Why would we?
Why would we have that information?
Why would we know what stations we're going to be on?
By the way, for the people that work for the show that think this is a bit, it's really not a bit anymore. Why would we know?
We don't know.
Why would we have all the details in front of us when we're announcing that we're going to be on in 10 cities that morning?
Yes, sir.
Why would we actually do the research to see if we were actually starting that morning?
Mm-hmm.
So we do this huge break all about Buffalo, saying hi to them, talking about the last time we were there and the mess we caused.
Thin air.
And then we get off the air and we find out later on in the afternoon that no one in Buffalo heard the Buffalo break.
Yeah, if we have to do the T&A with the O&A break again,
we're
going to
have to
describe it. No.
We're going to have to.
I will not.
But why would we have that info going into a big announcement?
The message board for Shred and Reagan yesterday, and they're all bitching about, we need local radio. We need you guys to come here and show them what's up.
All right. We'll make it local. That's the beauty of us.
Yeah. All right, take it easy, guys.
Thank you. But, yeah, we found out that that happened as well yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Is that the only one that we were wrong about? Like the other side?
How about this? We announced that we said hi to pretty much every city, and none of them heard it. Except for Providence and New London, that started like last week.
What about the other stations? When do they start?
Now I'm hearing Monday, but I don't even know. I don't know. I thought they were on...
It's all done.
I thought we were live in those cities yesterday, and we have no one that is willing to make sure that we're on to let us know. So.
If you're saying hi to cities, maybe have someone in those cities call you and say, you actually are on.
I'm hearing this. You are on. Right.
Like being like, Sacramento, you need to call in if we're on there. You got 5 minutes left.
That's a silly idea because it makes too much sense.
How are we wrong about eight places and no one told us?
9.
No one told us.
And it's not a bit anymore.
No.
It's not a bit anymore. It's ridiculous. Let's go to Jeff in Florida. Jeff.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
Listen, are all the listeners that are on Free FM retarded? Oh, I mean, the XM crew, we get it. We get what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
And the guys that are just tuning in or saying, welcome back after 4 years, are they retarded or have they been neutered? Are they all eunuchs? It's fucking gross. It makes me want to fucking punch anybody I see in the face.
Yeah, we have to smile. We have to smile and thank them. Yeah. But secretly, we want to strangle them.
That's right, and then jerk off on the corpses.
It's fucking gross. I mean, not to do what everybody does, but I've been there since AAF. I was there when I had to pay $2 on XM to listen to you guys. This is fucking gross. Bunch of retards bringing us down.
All right.
Yeah, we don't like them either, believe me.
The bottom of the barrel.
Bunch of free faggots, that's what we say.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot for chiming in.
Hey, there's something else interesting going on.
What?
They're measuring out there.
What?
And I got a communique.
Pat's heart.
Joel McHale, the soup. Friday nights at 10 on E! Cubicles leaving this week.
Good.
Out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been promised.
No one has sat at those cubicles, Joel, for
8 months.
8 months, probably.
We've been promised they're removing everything and going to turn that into either a bigger version of this studio, they're going to extend the studio out, or give us some kind of room where bands could come in, perform. Pat could set up a table and vomit. Just the things that we can do that we couldn't do in a studio of this size.
We've done the vomiting in here a few times, and the smell in this little room.
I can't even imagine what it would be
like.
Try.
Yeah.
Try to imagine,
now,
if you will.
What was this place before? Was it always XM?
This was Frank's place.
It was a channel on XM.
I'm serious.
What's Frank?
It was channel on XM that just plays like Frank Sinatra.
It was like the chamber of the board.
All right.
The chamber of the board.
The Frank.
Yeah.
And so there was all these people here to put Frank on.
Yeah, but apparently there were other people that were programming other stations from here in Washington.
All right.
Or something.
Yeah.
They were called Waste of Space.
And and they had to go. So they went over to the Lincoln Center, and the cubicles have been here forever and ever and ever.
Wow.
And ever.
And we threatened to throw them out the window and everything else. But
all right.
Okay.
We're going to take a break.
I got to piss.
Let's have a lot of energy when we come back in.
Hey, I got to pee. You got a bowl of cereal there with no milk in it?
Yeah,
come on.
It
what do you
looks terrific.
say?
I'll bring us back.
That was quite a commercial.
No, take us out. Take us out. It's your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
And for everybody that does the walkover tomorrow, they get a Jimmy Day T-shirt.
Thrilled.
We're taking a break.
Stop whining.
No, but
stop whining.
I don't know. Stop it! I feel old.
There are people vacationing in Israel right now.
Yeah.
What do you say we go to break and hear this clip?
What clip?
The one they got queued up in the clip machine.
You are the worst.
I'm fucking good. Believe me, they'll come back.
You're like a real jock.
You that jerk.
Like a real jock?
Like a real jock.
Well, I can't with the rude sound clip laughing at me. All right.
That was a real voice.
Hey, thanks.
No. You are a pro, man.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
There will always be retarded idiots to entertain us with their stupidity.
Mindless, crotch-grabbing Anthony. Mindless, crotch-grabbing Anthony. People grabbing their crotches and saying, suck it. The Opie and Anthony Show. Suck it. Love the show. Mindless. Opie and Anthony.
Welcome aboard the Opie and Anthony ship sailing.
I want Anthony to talk about his gift.
Yeah, I get gifts like this all the time.
I enjoyed it, Jimmy.
I get like Nazi memorabilia, but not even like memorabilia where it's like, hey, here's an old something from World War II, something
like a bayonet or
something that would be a collectible where you could actually say, well, it's a collectible. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm not a
part of
his collectible. Yeah, it's part of his. It's a historic thing. But I get like Nazi action figures.
It's huge.
I got this box. It's a huge box.
It's like an old G.I. Joe.
Right. Only he's Nazi, and it's a big. He's got a big swastika flag and an Adolf Hitler and swastika and eagle top for the flag. And I guess this was like one of the guys at Nuremberg that would march around with the big flags and the white gloves and the snappy uniform.
Josef
Wunsch.
Josef Wunsch?
Wunsch.
That's great.
It's, the SS Adolf Hitler 1/6 scale collectible figure.
Jeez.
Wow.
The 1/6 scale. I am.
It pretty much guarantees that you're not going to re-gift when you get something like this. You can't really. Will Grandma like this? Do you think Grandma or... no.
What's the website?
What? Yeah, what website is that?
Online edict.
Oh, here's how they get away with it. This product is for historic education purpose only and is not intended to glorify nor exploit the horrors and atrocities of war.
All right, I want you to look at this right here.
Yeah.
The little, see, it says Parade Series.
Parade Series.
And then there's a silhouette of a soldier doing the Heil Hitler.
Doing the Heil Hitler. It's onlinedid.com.
Yeah.
Onlinedid.com.
I was in Italy. Thank you.
Ooh.
And, I've been there.
How was that?
Vacationing. At the magazine stalls, there was the regular, fashion magazines and newspapers, and the next to that was an incredible amount of Italian pornography. And then at the end were copies of Mein Kampf.
Really?
Yeah. Just like next to the Spanish Steps.
They're kind of into it.
And just be like, could I get a Giornale Mein Kampf? I'm going to have a double espresso and catch up on...
a little easy reading, some light reading.
Some light reading, right.
A few laughs on the train.
I just love that the magazine guys goes like, yeah, we can't... I should stock this.
Yeah, we need this.
There's a demand for it.
Just looking for a page turner.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve Production Parody. Do we have any of the original Blink promos that Steve did? Or do we trash them?
I gotta be around here.
Do we have them, Derek? And do we have that other one that other guy made? Because this one is really funny. But we need some... Oh, that's the one. Okay, great. But do we have his original? No? I can't hear what he's saying.
Why would you be able to?
Well, there's two incredibly thick glass between.
Yes, bulletproof.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. The TV
got unmuted, so
it wasn't the mirror.
It got unmuted.
Yeah.
You were watching TV.
No. I was looking for something.
No.
Ah, shit.
Boy, it really helps our confidence when we find out that our own people are watching TV instead of listening to the radio show. Just really makes you want to go on, I gotta admit.
Yeah, they're watching TV. That's what was happening. You're trying to talk to them.
Wow.
What's on?
I hope we're not that bad today. Here it is. Thank you. All right, so Steve decided to make his own version of the Blink promos.
Yeah.
That were a failed campaign when our old station did it.
Right.
Well, and also, in order to parody something, people have to know what it is.
Right.
And Blink was a station that was gone in a blink, as they said.
Wow. That was their big thing. If you blink, you might miss it.
Yeah, right.
Blink and you'll miss it. Pink circles all over the city. It was fucking repugnant.
Their logo looked like a tampon box.
Just awful.
And it was all directed toward women.
And what a surprise. Humans blink, so, of course they're going to miss it. And then, there's no more radio station.
They called it Blink.
Aimed at women, exactly.
No, and this is a New York station that no one listened to. No one knew about it. No one knew anything about it. And that ran these promos with, it was Kiefer Sutherland's voice. Very, very subdued. Yeah.
Just babbling.
Blink.
There was nothing. He wasn't making sense.
Yeah.
Like, do you have an example, kind of?
Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. Blink. It's like just something like that.
Just inane babble.
It was just drivel.
So Steve thought it was such a terrific idea, he made his own Blink promos. Here's one of them.
New York. 12 million people. 50 million radios. One radio show full of douchebags. Opie and Anthony.
That one kind of stands on its own.
Smiling.
That one wasn't that bad.
First thought that came to your head.
I was expecting, because Opie and Anthony is so much longer than saying the word blink.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, maybe it was just that one. Let's listen to the next.
Hear it again.
Radio for the apathetic. Or is it pathetic? This sweeper is pathetic. Opie and Anthony.
See, it just sounds silly unless you know that you're goofing on it.
It sounds like a Calvin Klein ad. Did someone say?
Yeah, Calvin Klein ad or something, or one of those perfume things. But no one knows. If you don't know, if you watch a parody of something and have never seen it, it's not funny. You watch like the scary movie things.
Right.
If you watch a segment and they're goofing on a movie you've never seen.
Basically, you might want to watch some real scary movies before you actually go see scary movie.
So you know what they're goofing on.
Right.
Emanating from the center of my toilet. I've been sitting here for hours. Strain. Struggle. Splash. My legs have fallen asleep. What day is it? Opie and Anthony.
All right. I want to kill Steve all over again.
Why?
It's like I'm first hearing these.
Well, there's a new one that came in from a listener because they're all making fun of him now.
How?
Because when you were a kid, you wanted a pet chinchilla. Chinchillas can scratch your eyes out. Better go with a guinea pig. Opie and Anthony.
When was
this sucks? That's terrible. I'm sorry.
There's Steve.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
It's funny you're playing those, Anthony.
Why not?
Because the new parody of Steve's parody of the Blink promos uses all of Steve's acting lines.
He's a good actor.
That's where we're going.
Nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
All right.
What a fucking flat idiot.
Onions. Why does my crotch smell like onions? I don't remember eating onions. Did I sit in onions? Did I sit in onions? Opie and Anthony.
When is the Blink on now?
No, it was on for literally a blink. It was on for like 3 months.
On 2002.
2002.
And or maybe 2003 it started or something like that, like summer 2003.
Yeah.
And then now it's been gone for a while.
For years.
It was conceptualized by some idiot, and it was a dismal bomb.
Yeah, and now that idiot is in charge of this radio show.
That idiot is the guy that you saw with the headset on Pal Talk, our boss.
And you asked if he was working at McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Right. And I thought, no, he's not qualified. I didn't say that because he'll fire me.
Feet.
How many feet can you fit in one shoe?
Sometimes I like to wear 2 left shoes. Opie and Anthony.
I'm trying to break his fat Lebanese fingers.
So that's the...
Any family getting bombed? Don't you have someone to visit in Beirut?
They're just dropping tapes of this over Israel.
Your Lebanese brother will save us.
Poor people. All right, so follow me. So that's Steve parodying the
Blink promos. And now the listeners are parodying Steve doing the Blink promo.
That's
all right.
awesome.
Now we get the double parody.
Now it starts to become fun. Listen to this.
Eggs. Fish. I'm running out of ideas for promos. Time to update my resume. Steve's a queer. Opie and Anthony.
Steve's a queer.
I like that.
That's a good one. That was a listener?
That was a listener getting in on the fun.
Yeah, everyone loves to goof on Steve.
Audio diarrhea.
And now here's the...
Diarrhea.
Here's the brand new one.
Coming out of my ears.
Here's the brand new one. Listen to this. Oh, that last one was Coke Logic. He does a lot of great stuff for us.
What's my problem? How did your parents die? You're in mine. Looking that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Shitty promos. Bad acting. Steve.
Oh, man. Are they bashing you?
Playing off his bad acting.
I like when he does the one with the living room. No, just stay in there. Like, there's a switch of emotion in there. Like,
no, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
This is him acting in a
sketch.
Radio sketch.
Where is that
between
sketch?
him and Bill.
Can we play that? We haven't played that in a while. Joel McHale knows a little something about acting. He's in the new movie Minnie's First Time.
Yes. Briefly. But I'm in it.
But
Thank
you're in it.
God. Yeah.
What other movie were you in?
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2, right.
And the Onion movie, which will never be released.
Ooh, really?
Well, that's what they say.
Onion movie. Onion movie.
Onion movie.
Why does it smell like an onion movie? Did I put my film in onions? Steve C.
No, I saw it. It was good.
Yeah.
It's very dark, which is great.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of murder.
Well, that's good.
And intrigue and drinking.
Murder, intrigue, and drinking.
In that order.
Steve.
We're trying to find the Steve acting thing. Do we have it on a disc? Derek, you got it? Oh, he's got it? All right.
This is yeah, Crazy Bill.
Do you guys notice the world is taking a dump?
Yeah.
There was wildfires. There was a tsunami in
An earthquake.
Jakarta.
Yeah.
World War III.
Then World War III, and then
Fat Nick.
The end of the world, man. Again, is it?
And in the words of Bill Hicks, we open the window and this is what we hear.
Yeah.
It's all far away.
Yeah, you turn on the news and you hear all this nothing but death, destruction, doom, gloom, and then you go outside and
then it's Pat vomiting on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
We don't
horror show.
We don't care because it's happening way over there.
That's the rule of thumb of an
The further away
earthquake.
it happens, the less important it is.
Yeah, that's right.
What, did you find the sketch?
Yeah, here it is. So the setup, we have this crazy intern, Bill. We call him Wild Bill, I guess.
Yeah, he writes scripts that make no sense. They're fucking psychopathic. They're really ridiculous. And then he records them with Steve. And we listen to him and just are stunned. And what was worse than his script and this whole thing was Steve's acting.
Because I can picture
In the
his
script.
stupid eyes half open. No, I just don't.
Because he's really trying.
Yeah.
You could tell.
But Steve believes in the sketch.
Oh,
He
yeah.
likes them. He
Yeah.
thinks they're really great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And what's great, you never know what's going to, stick on this show. We thought it was a throwaway piece, all right, that was so bad, and let's move on to something else. It's become this whole
His
thing.
bad acting has just become this thing.
It's become this massive bit on the show.
That's great.
But it all started with this.
The Opie and Anthony Show presents a Wild Bill production.
Due to the massive critical acclaim and commercial success of The Fan and Sam Show, XM202 is proud to present a new Opie and Anthony spin-off, a program that will surely take the radio world by storm, announcing Steve C. and his best friend Bill. Starring Opie and Anthony's own Steve C. and his best friend forever, Bill the Intern, who is sensible, articulate, and certainly not crazy.
Hello, anyone home? Hello? Hiya, Steve. Swell condo.
What are you doing in my house?
Why are you pissed off? What's your fucking problem?
What's my problem? You're in my fucking house.
The door was open. I thought your wife was gonna cook us a nice organic dinner.
Honey, is there a problem? No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it. Bill, get the fuck out now.
I can't leave.
Why not?
My parents just died, and you're my legal guardian.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. How did your parents die?
In their sleep?
Bill again!
How did you...
Exactly. Look how it ends.
How did your parents die? It's such a great, horribly emotionally off question. His emotion is so wrong for that. It's so insincere. It's just so flat.
And yeah, here's him asking how someone's parents died. They just told you their parents are dead. Here's Steve answering how did they die with all this compassion and acting. Listen.
How'd your parents die?
How'd your parents
Here's the emotion of a Firestone tire.
How'd your parents die?
Just a rolling idiot.
That is the best sketch. That is amazing.
And it just ends in a Gilligan's Island ending. Gilligan.
What's my problem? You're in my fucking house.
You're in my fucking house.
That's his that's exasperation.
There's a new girl in town, and she's looking good. There's a fresh
What's my problem? You're in my fucking house.
neighborhood. There's a new girl.
Does Steve talk like that, or is that the radio voice?
That's the Steve voice.
That's the Steve.
Yeah. Everybody can do a Steve impression. It's very easy.
It's part radio, part buddy booth.
Just try to articulate every word you say.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Show the anger.
Oh.
Get the fuck out now.
You see a grit at his teeth.
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. And then, of course, the just dismissing his wife.
No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
No.
Nothing's wrong.
Who was directing it?
Directed by Steve C.
Yeah, Steve C.
Yeah.
Directed
and co-starred.
Yep, directing
Producer.
and acting.
Yeah.
He's like the Andy McDowell of...
Yeah.
Guy does everything.
He's... That,
he was the fluffer on set.
Yeah.
How many sketches have they done together?
Oh, it's in the twos.
Yeah. Three, yeah.
It needs to keep going.
It definitely needs to keep going.
What was the other one?
By the way, I want to point out something else about that production.
Yeah.
That really bothers me on a level I can't explain. Is Travis saying Than and Sam.
That was Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's the announcer.
I thought the announcer was Steve or
give me-
something with an effect on it. Okay, so Travis fucking stinks too.
Could you give me the first part of that?
Christ.
Listen how he says Than and Sam.
You all suck ass.
That's what Steve makes us do. He makes you enunciate just like it.
Yeah, he wants everyone to enunciate like himself.
Horse shit. I call horse shit.
All right, listen again before Steve gets into it.
I call horse shit.
That's not what I said.
No, what he said was, I call horse shit.
Exactly. I call horse shit.
I think we have something.
I calls horse shit, I'm sorry.
I think we have something else in here that we could really have a lot of fun with. Listen how he says Than and Sam.
I call horse shit.
Due to the massive critical acclaim and commercial success of The Fan and Sam Show,
The Than and Sam.
The Fan and the received pronunciation.
The Fan and Sam Show.
The Fan and Sam Show.
Oh,
Stupid announcer voice.
Sam.
Than and Sam.
the Fan and Sam Show. After the show, I'll be collecting with my red ribbon around the audience.
You guys should get some, just some regular plays and have them read them aloud.
Oh, yeah.
to each other.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Come on.
Death of a salesman, yeah.
I like that.
Well, maybe Streetcar Named Desire.
Stella.
Stella. I'm Stan. Stanley Kowalski. Stanley.
The Fan and Sam Show.
Than and Sam. Can we hear that one more time?
Oh, please.
Jizz band.
I was amazed that no one really picked up on this. This is the part that really drove me nuts.
Due to the massive critical acclaim and commercial success of The Fan and Sam Show, XM202 is proud to present a new Opie and Anthony spin-off, a program that will surely take the radio world by storm, announcing Steve C. and his best friend Bill, starring Opie and Anthony's own Steve C. and his best friend forever, Bill the Intern, who is sensible, articulate, and certainly not crazy.
There you go. Than and Sam.
Fan and Sam.
Fan and Sam Show.
You tool.
What a jerk-aff.
All right, why don't we take a quick break and then we'll...
love it. Something really unsettling about it. No offense to any of you.
No offense. We love you.
It's
but
great. You guys are
it's
great.
so fucking
There's
repulsive
something
that I want to
really-
gouge his eyes out.
See
No
adults.
offense.
Nothing personal, just that you're devoid
No.
of any talent.
I mean, you guys are
No.
great and stuff, but holy...
Looking at some of the stuff we haven't covered yet today, Oprah denies she's gay.
Of course she does.
And that's all we have to say about that.
Well, the way she said it was actually pretty one. She went, I'm not. Smell my fingers.
You're not getting away without a crash today.
A crash.
Look, I crashed him.
And
You
smell my
really
fingers.
caught him.
And that was terrible. I'm sorry.
Anthony.
Yes. Get the fuck out now. What are you doing in my house? That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Did we talk about the student that says his genitals are exposed in yearbook photo?
No. No, we didn't, Steve? No. Do you think if Oprah was gay, then that would be the new thing to do in America?
Like everybody
Like
would
her
just
book
start
club?
licking box. All the women that buy the books.
I'm
gay!
I'm gay too!
Everybody! There's a vagina under everyone's feet! They're just all like face first into it.
Start up Oprah's box club.
Almost. Rug club, man.
She could have a missile strike called on this studio.
Ruling.
I was feeling good. I decided to try one.
Let's see if they can cut that out of the replay.
Ruling. One for you, Ope.
Because I thought a box club or something, there just was something missing.
It was too easy.
And I realized it was the humor.
Man sues over hoops whoops.
Ooh, whose phone?
It's little Jimmy Norton's.
You got the classic ring.
I certainly do.
So does Fan.
Fan?
Fan does?
Fan.
Everyone thought they were being unique by using that as their ringtone.
Look, it's old school.
Hey, by the way, a lot of people want the puke sound effects for their ringtones. Maybe we could get that up on opieandanthony.com.
Let's do that.
Fan and Sam.
Fan and Sam.
I was just feeling better.
Yeah, now you're going to
I'm going to go back into the world.
Imagine that as your ringtone or someone else's.
A man claims he was...
You're all hungover and feel like you're ready to woof one day, and then you're just hearing this projectile vomiting.
Before a break, a man claims he was overexposed in a photo run in his high school yearbook. Tyler Bennett is suing five of his former classmates, his high school administration, and a printing company for publishing a photograph of him jumping to score in a basketball game in which he claims his genitals are visible.
His nuts are hanging out of his shorts.
What are you wearing?
Why wouldn't you wear underwear when you're playing basketball?
He's black. He probably was.
Terrible.
Probably just tumbled out.
And why are you going old school with the Lakers
why
1979 basketball shorts?
Hot pants.
I was shocked, embarrassed, and upset. That means he's not hung too well.
No.
Because if you got a big one and it's in the yearbook, you're not complaining.
If your balls are showing, but the tip of your dick isn't, then there's an issue.
Yeah. If you're all bag.
Yeah. If you're all bag. If the tip was showing with no nuts, then you're proving something.
Just looks like an old person's neck hanging out of your shorts.
Like a tortoise coming out to say hi.
Yeah, an old neck with a goiter.
For that?
I don't know.
Well, he says he was shocked, embarrassed, and upset. Bennett, 22.
And now the nation.
22, high school.
He's by college.
Wait a minute. Oh, no.
Tyler.
He's 20.
Tyler, high school, basketball, 22.
He's 22 and in high school and plays basketball, and his dick hangs out of his shorts.
And he's a freshman.
This is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me, other than being held back for 5 years.
Than being a 22-year-old high school student.
Well,
I am a fifth-year junior.
See, the jokes could be fun, but now we have to explain.
All right.
He just graduated Montclair State University. I remember a student taunting me and asking, "How's it hanging?"
See, that's that.
So he's
going to stay with you forever.
How could they do that?
He suffered psychological harm due to the inclusion of the photograph in the
Very injured.
2001 Colts Neck High School yearbook.
My feelings were hurt when my wiener came out of my shorts.
Wait. This happened 4 years. What?
Almost 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Now?
Why? Because the internet probably just turned up all over the internet.
Oh boy,
did it?
I don't know.
Let's hope so.
We know nothing about that story.
There are people dying.
Right, as we speak.
And why would we know more about that story? Why would we actually do a little research and see if there's more to it? Maybe even find the picture. Why would we?
Why? There'd be no reason for that.
There really would
it's
be
radio. So
no reason whatsoever.
Picture, it's radio. Fuck 'em.
It's easy to do a show when all you have to do is just read a few things from a paper.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Why do the heavy lifting?
Doesn't work well.
Everyone gets paid no matter what, right? All right, we'll finish the Opie and Anthony show next.
Yeah,
Sweet oral pleasure. Such a talented little heroin addict. Oh dear. Overdose. Ramon. Get the wood chipper.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Joel McHale in studio from The Soup. Friday nights at 10 o'clock on E.
On E. One of the better shows on television, man. It really is a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you, man.
Tear apart crappy television in a very
and
humorous
also
fashion.
Bringing shows like Peregrina, a Mexican soap opera, or Japanese poop films that teach you how to poop.
Who would give this to America?
No one else does.
No one.
I am who's that Greek god who brings fire?
Travis.
Travistius.
Yes.
Paramecium. Parathesidus.
Perineum. Hymen.
Panthena. What's his name?
Nike.
I brought fire.
Sam?
Prometheus? Ed Prometheus. The fire bringer. I was so close. I was closer than you were with Sam or Travis.
Then, yeah. But there's all these shows.
Travis is the flaming bringer.
We were showing Korean soap operas for a while, and it was all the commercials were for heated toilet seats that will wash your anus.
There's a big problem over there about cold, dirty asses.
Well, they're so clean over there.
It smells like a kimchi pot when they get off the toilet. It's horrible. It's a pot buried in the ground with cabbage in it.
That's funny.
Up in it.
I didn't know what it was. I knew it was something unpleasant.
I learned it from an episode of MASH. Thank you.
Did you?
Yes.
You've done your job, Captain. I'll do mine. Go ahead, sir. Mako.
Yeah, so we show all those things. I mean,
the Spanish television one, what is it called?
Well,
you had a couple on there.
There was one, a famous one. I can't remember what. There's been so many, but they're nuts. They make American soap operas look just.
I didn't
boring.
think it was real at first. I thought you guys were putting on sketches in place of Mexican, Spanish soap operas, but because I couldn't imagine they were actually that poorly acted.
Yep.
The sets were that bad. It was so over the top. The makeup.
Yeah, it would be the type of thing where if they were about to get into a fight, no matter where they were, like a hotel lobby, there would just be a golf club resting against the wall, and they would just grab the golf club and kill the person.
Whatever they
need. Just like it was right there.
It just happened to be right there.
It was like,
really horrid.
Greatest. What are the chances that you can murder someone right there? No problem.
Well, was it you guys that did the thing on Japanese kids crapping?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a cartoon that teaches you how to poop and how to celebrate the poop, and you the kid had a special seat that went on top of the toilet that had a handle.
Nice.
And then
bull riding.
At the end of the end of the cartoon, it morphed into a real Japanese kid with his pants down, holding onto the handle, straining.
Oh, it got sexy.
Yeah, a toilet cam.
It became, and then when he was literally going, and then he was like, "Daddy,
hey, bonsai!"
He was very happy, and then they celebrated. Wow. They did a little poopy dance.
Yeah, it was.
And then you come back on and say something smarmy.
I said something horrible.
That's right. And the depressing thing about this child is his cock will not grow for the rest of his life.
That's the soup. See you next week.
Why do you think your mommy or daddy are always telling you, don't put that in your mouth? Let's find out.
Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you stuff it in your face. Don't stuff it in your face. So it might look good to eat. So it might look good to eat. And it might look good to taste. And it might look good to taste. You could get sick. Ick. Real quick. Ick. Real sick. Real ick. Don't you put it in your mouth.
From a dirty dick.
Till you ask someone you love. That's right, sis. If it's okay to eat, like a muffin or a beet.
Like a muffin or a beet.
If you don't know just what it is, remember, boys and girls, don't put it in your mouth. Yeah.
Always ask someone you love before you put anything in your mouth.
And Ann B. Davis as Alice.
I would watch that show.
stuff it in your ass?
Don't you stuff it in your ass?
Don't you cram it in your dumper because you could get sick. Don't embarrass your TV family.
Always ask a loved one before you put something in.
Let's go to that deserves the Robert Reed rib xylophone. Thin as a pin. He was when he went. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel has left the building. Yes, he's got to go. Sorry, tape the soup. Talon from his truck, I guess. Talon, what's up?
Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Anthony, it's Prometheus, not Promethean, who gave fire to man.
I know. I went through 800 different ways of pronouncing it wrong until somebody said Prometheus.
Yeah, he gave it the best he could.
What the hell were you doing?
We were making jokes.
Are you in a truck right now?
Yes, I am.
Could you drive into an abutment live on our show, please?
Nah.
Please.
I would leave that for other people like Jimmy.
All right, let's say hi to Kurt in California.
Jimmy, too.
Kurt?
Yes. Hey, I was just telling you, 8th grade is probably like 10 years ago. I had a kid on my basketball team, caught a huge wood during, the group family photo, whatever you want to call it. And he definitely got terrorized the whole rest of the season. And then the yearbook came back out, 6 months later or whatever. Happened all over again. All through high school, nobody talked to this kid.
He had a boner?
Yeah, he was rock hard. And, it's all guys in there, and the wrestling was warming up next, so... He definitely got a couple queer jokes. Right
That poor nervous boy, his penis leapt to attention. He was all frightened. It wasn't sexual.
Exactly right.
I used to get rod on the school bus every day.
Yep.
Really?
Every day. I would get on the school bus, sit there, and it wasn't a sexual thing at all. Like, it wasn't who I was looking at or the vibration of the bus. It was nothing. But I would sit there, get a rod, and then I have to leave the bus with holding the books in front of me.
Every morning?
Every fucking morning.
And it's so embarrassing. Sometimes it's the motion of something. Like for me, it was always.
No.
It was always no. It was always the motion of
emotion.
No, it was always the motion of turning her and changing the diaper.
Why does it always have to go there with you?
Why?
No. We want Joel to come back.
He'll come back.
No, yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
No, why wouldn't he? He's like, what?
Nothing but AIDS and pedophile jokes.
Oh, they're here. It's fucking wonderful.
It happened to me. It did happen to me when I was on the altar as an altar boy.
Really?
It really did. It happened all... I mean, we were all 4th, 5th, 6th grade.
So your hormones are kind of pumping.
We can't
you
do
don't know
anything about it.
No, uncontrollable. There was not a way to control it.
Your body was just testing all the systems.
Yeah, making sure everything worked. Powering up. You know, they do that on the shuttle.
Yeah.
Your systems are shut down until you get where you need them, and then the robotic arm has to come out. Then they power it up.
Right.
Give it the old stiff arm test.
Wait, I'm still thinking about what you just said.
That's really awful.
Well, now the stories come in. Thanks, guys. Jim in Boston, what's up?
Yeah, mine, 7th grade, math class at an all-boys Catholic school. And it was always the same class for some reason. Just because I was sitting by the window or something, I don't know. And I had to put my bag in my lap, and it always kept walking around the hallways with it. It was awful.
It was awful.
It is amazing what you do to keep it concealed and the way you have to put it somewhere.
Well, you had to carry my over-the-shoulder bag across my lap like it was a big-ass, one of those mail purses that faggots wear. Imagine wearing a big-ass school bag around yourself.
Faggots wear? You mean like guys who get boners with nothing but guys around?
Yeah, in a male school?
Yeah.
Fucking Mo.
At a Catholic school to boot. So you see one of the priests happen to notice and he calls me over after class.
Well, it's not about any of that stuff. It's the age. You just get boners. Yeah, that's what it is. I used to get boners when I was caddying for old people.
Ew.
Old ladies on the golf course. That's a peach, hon. And I would just yell at myself like, why now? Why? Spalding, put that boner away.
Wait, what New York City power outage, by the way?
LaGuardia.
Okay.
I like how they had a power outage and it says no delays. So really there's no problems at all.
No problem. And you don't need power at an airport?
Yeah, and they're like, send a helicopter out to the airport and hover above the planes.
That won't delay it either.
Yeah, that's what's delaying the flight.
That's delaying the flight. There seems to be a helicopter hovering over the airport.
We'd love to take off, but... Chris in New York, what's up?
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
I used to have to beat off between 2nd and 3rd period and sometimes after 5th period to prevent wood just about every day of the week.
Wow, you really took it into your own hands. Little initiative.
And
Junior and senior year.
So you would masturbate at school twice a day?
Punching out.
All right. I guess that's a yes.
Let's go to Mike in Minnesota. Mike, what's up?
Bathroom?
Yeah. When I was in high school, there was a kid a couple years behind me. He got caught whacking off in the showers twice, once by the head football coach and once by the head wrestling coach.
Wow, that is the setup for a porn if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing over there?
Coach with that bad coach mustache.
Wrestling coach, what are you doing here?
Got the typical coach gear on, the whistle,
Yeah.
the shorts, puts his hands on his hips. What are you doing over there?
Practicing some moves, coach.
Backfield in motion. Yeah.
You gonna turn out this year?
Penalty for the illegal use of hands. Well, you need a little help with that, don't you? Oh, Jesus. Fan, thanks.
Motherfucker.
Tom Sizemore.
Black people need to shut up.
Oh, really? Don't worry, the shower water will wash that blood down the drain.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
I know, that's an orgasm.
That it is.
Don't just stare at it. Eat it.
It's only being skinned.
Let's go to Boise. Vince, what's up?
Boise.
Boys, I'm in the armed services, as they say, and every time I put on my flight suit in the morning, I have to combat a nasty boner, and it's super embarrassing when you got to walk around the pilots and shit.
Wow, I bet I would too.
Yeah.
You in a flight suit? Wow.
Yeah.
But the flight suit's sexy though, and it's so soft against my junk, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, punching out.
All right.
Thanks a lot, dude. That was weird.
You need one of those. You need one of those G suits that they wear that like squeeze the blood from your lower half of your body up into your head when you're pulling G's, so it like squeezes the blood out of your dick.
Yeah. Keep
Do they do that?
Yeah, it's a horrible accident. I had wood and we were pulling 4Gs and all went onto my junk and it
there's
burst.
Suit knows when you're pulling G's and squeezes your legs and your lower half so the blood stays in your head. Isn't that fucked up?
It's gotta hurt.
Wouldn't you like to just sit
Have
here?
you guys ever been? I assume you've been like in a Blue Angel of some sort.
No, had an offer, but scared pissless. I don't know. And not even of like the plane, but just of puking or fainting, or because they always put a camera on you and it never looks good.
And then
you ever see some of those people that's just drooling and their eyes roll back in their head,
And then they pass out.
and they're like, get out. The pilot's laughing, and they're all laughing at you.
Yeah.
They're all laughing. You land and you get out and you're holding your big dopey helmet like you were a pilot, and they show you the film and you're just puking or passing out. Yeah, I'm a Blue Angel. Blue chunks.
Shut up.
Nothing.
Well, if you
Hey,
guys
guys.
hold on,
That was cute.
no, that was
cute.
I was saying shut up to the pilot.
All right, we might end with this. Brian in Dallas.
Yeah, hey, Joel, the Tom Cruise interview last night on the Soup was brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
What was that about?
Much love.
We pretended we had the exclusive interview and first sighting of Surrey, and it was our executive producer's Cocker Spaniel. And
Is that who that belongs to?
Our executive producers all have dogs, and then Tom Cruise exploded at me, saying that how dare I, and the dog was eating peanut butter off a wooden spoon, and he claimed that was a breast, and it was great. You'll have to see it. I'm describing it horribly. Damn it!
A wonderful description.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for calling in and setting me up so well, and then I just ruined it.
Brian.
Yeah, this was the big push to
Sorry,
get people
Brian.
watching the Soup there, Joel.
I'm going to do a whole show where I describe things that I thought were funny
on the show.
He's going to be on the
You know when you describe a scary dream and then it just sounds stupid?
It's not scary anymore?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
People just call you an asshole.
Exactly what just happened.
So the bird followed you, huh?
Oh, it sounds great, Joel, that sketch, you jerk.
Turned into a what? Did it?
Yeah. No, but it was a monster.
Yeah. Certain it was horrifying.
We got to get out of here.
We do.
On time. We have a photo shoot in Harlem.
Yeah, people. Yeah, we do.
We do?
For the show?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
For the show.
Come on up there.
What is it
No.
for?
Why
Please?
not?
For what?
The more the merrier, please.
Ugh. Absolutely not.
Yeah, they figured that the idea for this photo shoot would be good because it's O&A kind of not watered down and gritty and
Kinda
whatever.
hanging with their listeners.
So and
So they pick Harlem.
picking a place at corner in Harlem where he's going to do this photo shoot of us looking all gritty.
Oh. What does it mean you're going to look gritty?
I don't know, just in a gritty atmosphere.
We'll have a full report tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gritty is a word what happens when black people knock your teeth out for being in the wrong neighborhood.
I was going to be shot like in black and white, and you'll be pissed.
Maybe.
It's just going to be shot.
Maybe. Yeah, something's going to be shot.
Right.
Innocent bystanders.
You gonna look gritty in that light blue collared shirt, are you? It's your gritty
Do you
shirt.
think I'm wearing this to the photo shoot? Or
You
do
look
you
like
think I brought clothes?
gritty golf
gritty.
pro.
Yeah, gritty golf pro. Yeah. I'll have a club with me. It's like a Spanish soap opera.
All right, let's get out of here.
Leaning against Martin Luther
I
King
can't thank you
Boulevard
enough, you
sign.
guys. You literally more people have listened to me in the last 5 hours than have watched The Soup in 2 years.
You are welcome back anytime, sir.
Our listeners are jumping on board. They love the soup. So
Right on.
check it out Friday nights
after my Tom
on
Cruise description.
I know.
I'm sure a lot of them are just TiVoing it away right now.
People are like deprogramming the DVRs. I was gonna,
Sounds great.
It didn't sound that Tom Cruise thing. I'm just
and they replay it all weekend.
really
so.
save my hard drive space for something more.
Joel, keep in touch. You're gonna do the View tomorrow, right?
The View tomorrow.
That I want to say.
Yeah.
Anything
You,
else?
A bunch of hens.
Jimmy, you got anything?
Me and Barbara.
Fun.
Just Nashville, 27 through 29. Zany's Comedy Club.
Jimmy's birthday, his real birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're celebrating by giving away Jimmy Day t-shirts that we were supposed to give away at the other event at Tower Records. So XM ordered a whole bunch. We got them. Whoever joins us on the walkover tomorrow will get a t-shirt.
And I'll announce dates tomorrow for Houston, Dallas, West Palm, a bunch of cities I got booked.
Very nice.
Pittsburgh.
Very nice. All right. Thank you, guys.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Greg Opie Hughes.
Holy crap, my brain just exploded.
Anthony Kuhlman.
Wrong, idiot.
Bullshit. James J. Norton. Hi.
What a faggot.
You stay away from me, Jim Norton. Hurricane Ben. Go. It's great.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Martini Steve.
Cozy Lebanese fat fingers.
E-Rock.
E-Rock, Ray.
Shut up, Eric. White Robin.